Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? How was your, Well, I guess it was kind of like the weekend, and then I had my surprise stream, so it was like... oh, wait. Yeah, and then I had my surprise stream, so it was kind of like, our Monday stream was kind of off, too. Because, yeah, I didn't stream at my normal time. Hi, Colin. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Rectangle. Hello, hello. How are y'all? Today's stream is going to be kind of interesting in how we do it, because, as we all know, the Halo terminals are not... the Halo 3 terminals are a little inaccessible, so we had to... Oh, I'm already ruining the surprise. I had to, I had to work a little on it. Yes, it's a wiki stream. Hi, Phantom. Oh my gosh, good luck at college. Good luck at uni. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I hope it goes well. It's, it's been a long time for me for college, but I hope you have a good time. Exhausted? Oh, it's only Tuesday! I hope it gets better. Hello, hello! How's it going? It's going pretty well, It's, like I said, today's stream's gonna be interesting because, again, the Halo 3 terminals you cannot read, or you cannot get in the Master Chief Collection, so we are reading them via wiki. And I thought it'd be kind of fun because I had some empty space. We're in Viri Cortana mode. You get to see my full model. This might be my first stream ever that y'all see my full model. It's actually kind of funny, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely slammed and played Skyrim. Skyrim sounds fun. I haven't played Skyrim in a while. I finally played through the Skyrim story, like... Oh my gosh, I think I did that stream, like, a year ago. It was pretty fun. I played so much Morrowind. I should do a playthrough the Morrowind story stream, because Morrowind's my favorite game of all time. I have thousands of hours in that game, and I've never played the story. I should do that next. Did you recreate the terminals? Yeah, I have the wiki. We're gonna read the wiki, and hopefully it's hopefully it's good. It's accurate. Oh yeah, I have Oblivion Remastered. I think I chose to get Claire Obscure instead of Oblivion Remastered, but they came out at the same time, so I still need to do that. Each Halo 3 terminal is different depending on difficulty, and each one has additional messages. I'm assuming... I don't know. We'll see what... Oh, it does. Okay. So this wiki breaks out. It does say that. It says, the following appears if you access the terminal in easy, normal, or heroic. Okay, so it breaks up. It'll break it up for us. Yeah, I love Morrowind. It's so fun. Did you get around to watching Halo 4 ending on Legendary? I didn't, but I have a confession, y'all. On Saturday, I played Legendary. I played Legendary Halo with my friends. So I saw a little bit of extra stuff from Legendary. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I would never do it by myself. But it was so goofy, and we were gonna do Halo 2 Legendary, but then we found out it's only duos. And we had a group of 3, so we did Legendary and Halo 3. But it was it was ridiculously fun. I had an absolute blast. And we actually finished it faster than Heroic. Probably a combination of knowing what's going on, and like playing with people that knew what to do, They're really good at Halo, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I would never do Legendary by myself, though. I think humanity had the same history. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have, like, some stuff, I think, that's the same. But it sounds like someone remade the terminal. Oh, in a page. Oh, that's cool. I didn't find that. I just looked up, like, Halo 3 terminals, and that's what we're gonna go with. Halo is one of the most rewarding games to experience. Yeah! I didn't think the difficulty was very different. Too much different from Heroic. But... it was pretty fun. Percentage of time you were dead. I wasn't dead that much, actually. At the very beginning, when I was trying to figure things out, I was dead more often. But once after that, they also let me do the the very last level. Everyone else was in the back of the Warhog, and I was the one driving the Warhog through. That was pretty funny, trying to, like, y'all know my driving skills are abysmal. So they're like, Very, go through the middle, go down the middle. And I was like panicking and swerving everywhere. It was pretty fun. is properly balanced. Yeah, I thought it had good balance. I did think Halo 3 had very good legendary balance. It was definitely more challenging than heroic, but like it was enjoyable, you know? Am I ever gonna read the books? Yeah! Oh yeah, we're talking about on Discord. Yeah. My books are coming in. I've decided where's Discord? We were talking about this earlier today actually. It's funny that you asked, Christopher. I got 15 Halo books. From a set. And where is it? In book club. Okay, yeah, we were talking about it, and we decided Contact Harvest. Because I didn't want to get any spoilers for Reach or ODST, so a lot of the, like, the material is off the table. But it sounds like Contact is a good starting point. Contact Harvest. Here's more gentle, difficult curve. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It did feel like that, for sure. Did you see a $4 game about parking today? There's a parking game? I would fail it. I'd play it though. Put the link in the Discord. I'll play it. Maybe Thursday. If we get through all our sculptures on Wednesday in Minecraft, we'll do. I saw all the VTubers right now are playing some like water park simulator game. So 15's a lot of books. I read a lot. I'll go through them in like a couple weeks. Oh yeah, we gotta go to Dragon. I'll send a message to Juan and see how he's feeling. Because I know he's been feeling very well. I'll see if he's up for it. I don't want to Dragon without the main squad, you know? Yeah, isn't like a parking simulator? Y'all know I don't drive, so. Yeah, I found like 10. Yeah, someone was selling their entire Halo collection on eBay. It was great. I just grabbed the whole thing, so I got like 15. I have, okay, let me see. Sorry, we'll get started. Okay, so the ones that I have, let me read to you what I have. According to the edges, I have Envoy, Contact Harvest, The Cold Protocol, Ghosts of Onyx, New Blood, Halo the Broken Circle, First Strike, The Fall of Reach, Hunters in the Dark. I think is that like Revelations or something? Evolution? What is this one? It's got like a shine on the thing. Oh, Evolutions. Yeah, okay, Evolutions. Silent Storm, Silentium, Primordium, Cryptum, and Fractures. That's the set I have, and then I'll expand once I get through these. And then someone else recommended a few others, like, I don't have these, but someone recommended it looks like there's a trilogy called, like, Grasslands, Mortal Dicta, and the Thursday Wars that could be good. But I gotta get through these 15 before I add more to the sets. Before I add more to the sets, I gotta get through 15. Evolutions. Yeah, Evolutions. Yeah, like I said, I read a couple books a week, so, like, for me, it's not that much. I'm overflowing with books in my library. It's my passion. Like, I love reading. I always reading. Yeah, it's a novel. It's book 2. I didn't find The Flood yet, but I didn't hunt. I kind of stopped when I found 15 and just grabbed that set. Because I'm like, y'all know I'm like a used book fanatic. So I can hunt for some others once we get through those 15. Unless there's like something essential in the set that I'm missing that I have to read before I get through something in that 15. But we see. I read like an hour or two before I go to bed every night. My Friday, the reasons we don't have streams on the weekends is because, so I finish work, and then I'll like make a little snack for myself, and I'll just sit on the couch and read for like 6 or 7 hours Friday nights. I usually read most of my Saturdays when I'm not doing like chores or playing some games, like I did Halo instead. Or Sunday I do a lot of reading. My weekends are for reading, you know? You know? So, yeah. Don't read New Blood, that's a spoiler for ODST. Okay, perfect. I would like, yeah. I have quite the manga. Yeah, I'm quite the manga. I got into light novels a lot, and I have a lot of manga. Those of y'all who were on my stream when I did my move, if you look back at my like live stream from a few months ago, you'll see me packing my manga collection. It's not even my entire collection, because I ended up having to pack a lot of it off stream, but I probably have like 3 or 4, probably like closer to 500 now at this point, manga. And then I have like, I don't know, 100 or so light novels that I've been reading through. And now I'm also adding Halo. I haven't really gotten to like fantasy sci-fi books yet, so I am very excited to add like fantasy sci-fi to my collection. It should be pretty nice. Exactly, like if I'm not doing something, I just read, you know? Too much manga? I have a problem, I know. It's okay. If there's worse hobbies to have than reading too much. It was a fun stream, yeah, it definitely was. I was way slower packing on stream because I wanted to talk to y'all about all my series. I want to do that again, though. I want to have sometimes, maybe I'll have, like, off streams, like, on weekends, you know? After I read a book, or, like, a series, maybe I'll just turn on my stream and yap. And if someone shows up, you get to hear me yap about my manga. I'm about to start the entire One Piece manga, so, I'll have a lot to yap about, you know? Oh, yeah, I read in the dark way too much as a kid. I have glasses. Strong prescription. I like reading, well, I told y'all already, I like reading food labels. That's, like, something I just really enjoy. Yeah, book review stream! Let's do a book review stream. When am I going to stream ODST? Oh, that's a good question. So, okay, not confirmed yet. I need to confirm with Val, but I kind of liked just one-shotting like we did with Halo 3. So I was thinking for Reach, I might do it on a Saturday. Val hasn't played it yet, so I want to play with Val. So I'm thinking maybe this Saturday. Tentative. Very tentative. But I'm thinking maybe this Saturday for Reach, and then ODST the Saturday after that. All very tentative. Don't put it on the calendar yet. I still need to talk with Val. Val doesn't know yet. But that was what I was kind of thinking in my head. Because, yeah, it was way more fun to just play it all at once, and I didn't have to, like, worry about forgetting things, you know? Yeah, let's do a book club stream. I'd be totally down for a book club. Although, if I'm reviewing manga, I suppose it technically belongs on my anime channel, but for the Halo books, we'll definitely put it here. I'll mix and match where I put videos. ODST is the shortest? Okay, perfect. Yeah, we could definitely finish that. Star Wars Legends. I read the Star Wars... Do you remember when they had that, like, really big expanded universe for Star Wars? That really... They used to come with those really giant books. I would read through those. I definitely want to do... I want to do Reach before I do ODST. There's only one reason. I don't care if it's not the correct reason or that it's, like, out of order. Reach is sad. I know Reach is a sad story. And I want to finish my Halo evolution on a happy ending, and I've been spoiled that ODST is a happy ending. So that's the only reason I want to play ODST last, so that the last thing I remember of, like, my Halo, you know, adventure is a happy story. Football season starts this week. Oh no! I don't watch football, so I'm not super familiar. I mean, when I was, like, in marching band in, like, middle school, high school, college, I had to watch football, but I don't personally watch football. I'm more of, like, soccer. But I hope your team wins. Von Wars over 3D. Most of the rest of the expanded universe is skippable. Anything with Darth Maul is unskippable to me. Hi, Noodles! Hello, hello! Oh yeah, we have Halo Wars 2. I have water. I have a glass of water. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna read through a lot of stuff. Speaking of, who's ready to start the lore before I tire my throat up from too much talking? We have a glass of water. We have a glass of water. I am in Viri Cortana form, as you can see. And we have the lore. So, okay, yeah. We kind of talked about this a little bit. With, I assume y'all can kind of, like, hear the Halo music. We talked about this a little bit. You can't get the terminals, for Halo 3. You just read them, but they're not in the Master Chief Collection either, the same way the, like, cinematics are. So we're gonna go through them this way. We'll see how it goes. Oh, this is like I'm discount Cortana, you know? We don't have those here, y'all. I just mean that this is my first stream ever that you get to see my full model. Like, actually, I think this is my first stream ever that I've had my full model out instead of just showing half body. Which is funny because you can see the whole thing is rigged up. Look, someone put a lot of work, the person that rigged my model, she put so much work into, like, look, having nice little, like, like animations. My tail, y'all wouldn't know this. The entire time I stream, my tail's just been doing this. Y'all never knew. OBS color filter. Oh gosh. It is kind of like Cortana from Target. Like the cozy sweater. Walmart version of Cortana? That hurts me emotionally. It's not that bad, is it? Walmart version? I'll take improved. I'll end it reading Colin's comment. Yeah, that's why you wouldn't even know there was a tail. Isn't that wild? What wild Veery lore we're picking up on in this Halo stream. What's worse, Target or Walmart? They're almost the same at this point to me. I don't really shop at either of them. It's like so hard from a consumer standpoint because there's just so much convenience involved, but there's so many people. So many people. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my model. But okay, here we go. Terminal 1. And this wiki does point out, you'll see, it does point out when things are in a certain difficulty, you know? Okay, Terminal 1. Upon initial access, observed extensive ground action on LP-65638E. 9,045 survivors barricaded within central government buildings. Structures defenses inadequate to withstand extended siege by enemy ground forces. Okay. What's that, like 1 billion? We'll just say like 1.5 billion. Estimated position overrun in 173 hours. 846 smaller groups and less defensible structures. Global distribution corresponding to probability model zeta. Estimated local position overrun in 9 hours average. Observed local naval forces engage enemy irregular naval group near DM31123. Enemy group consisted of 149 commercial shipping vessels, passenger ferries, and private recreational vessels from neighboring systems. Enemy losses were total. No damage was sustained by local naval vessels. However, it was immediately apparent that the enemy group sought only to enter DM31123B's atmosphere and make landfall. In this, they are partially successful. Observed extensive ground action on DM31123B. Enemy forces lacked basic unit cohesion, but quickly gained numerical superiority. 32 hours after enemy landfall, 83% of local naval forces advocated total destruction of the biosphere, following the evacuation of unmolested population centers. Enemy losses were total. Estimated number of civilians evacuated before commencement of orbital blanket bombardment. Okay, was that like 1.3 million civilians to 43,000 military? So 0.0006 of the total population. So who is this? Where is this message coming from? Is this humans talking about being attacked by Covenant? Or am I misunderstanding? Or is this... Is this the Forerunners? Is this humans or Forerunners? This is Forerunner War Commander. Oh, right, we're on the Ark. So, we're on the Orc. We're on the Ark. This is the Forerunner Commander talking. What are they barricading? Is this the humans attacking the Forerunners? Or is this the Flood attacking the Forerunners? Naval forces. Because it says the enemy group has vessels. That can't be Flood then, right? Yeah, it's a Forerunner. Wait, it is? So why does the Flood have vessels? Naval composition also suggests Flood. Interesting. I guess you're right. Humans couldn't have like 1.5 billion, huh? Oh, they did have the ship in Halo 3. I guess. That's true. Maybe like the not hive mind. Well, I mean, it's a hive mind. What was his name? Grave mind? Forerunner infection on Forerunner planet that gain knowledge of everyone they assimilate. This includes naval personnel. Oh, okay. So, they're gonna destroy the biosphere. Enemy numbers of civilians. So they could only... the Forerunners, they only got to like 1.3... They only basically saved like 1.3 million Forerunners. You know what's weird? I didn't think the Forerunner population is like very large. I considered them like maybe a couple hundred. So it's kind of interesting. Huh. Using bicycles. The flood on bicycles would actually be hilarious. Okay, so it's probably the grave. We can assume at this point, whatever flood hive mind is attacking the Forerunners, yeah, they probably have a grave mind, right? And they didn't even bother to wait for their full population to evacuate. They just went for it. Okay. No message from Medicant Bias in command log upon shutdown. Also, sorry, I'm not the best reader in the world. I only read in my head, so I hope y'all are patient with me. Did the Forerunners have memes? Oh, 100%. You think Didact wasn't on, like, shitposting all day on Reddit? Because he definitely was. 100%. I don't know what their memes would be, but... I bet they had some spicy memes. Like, some very, like, you know, like, too, like, they thought they were, like, super smart. You know, some people make memes and they think they're, like, really smart, but it's like, this isn't that funny. Those are the types of memes I think the Forerunners had. Okay, so... The following appears if you access the terminal on easy, normal, or heroic difficulty. Upon being rerouted to a new destination within the terminal. Fragment 1 of 7, recorded verbatim and interpreted post-cataclysm. L. L would be librarian for sure. Categorization has sped since the improvements were announced, but there are many hurdles. The indexing of sentient species may have irreversible effects on the surviving insentient species. We will have extinction events and irreparable environmental harm on at least 18 worlds. Current projection estimate post-archival cataclysm on as many as 31 worlds. The paucity of sentience has been a blessing in this regard. The paucity. I've never heard that word used before. Paucity. The presence of something only in small or insufficient quantities. Oh, so like the scarcity of sentience. Insentient species. What are the like plants and stuff, right? We will have extinction events and irreparable environmental harm. Oh, okay, I get it. Like, getting rid of life is also... It's basically saying, like, they're screwing everything up here. You know, like, there's a balance to the ecosystem, and they're kind of screwing it up with having to remove and repopulate everything. Didact. How formal you are, librarian. We're receiving shipments of indexed beans more frequently than communications. Don't compound scarcity with brevity. I know things beyond the... I know it's like some pronunciation in French. Sorry, I don't know how to do this. Magnoi, maybe? Maginoi? Maginot? It's not Maginot. I know this is T is silent. I just don't know how to say it. Beyond the mag lines are harried. But I worry about you. I've asked you time and time again. Abandon your cataloging. Come back inside where my fleets can keep you safe. Come home. Aww. Oh, Magano. That's kind of cute. Would that it were my choice. I have committed to this course because it's the right thing to do. We no longer have the manpower or the material to exercise remedial measures at a planetary level. I certainly can't justify using the transit measure to save my own skin when there are still so many innocents to protect and index. Do you know I oppose your mission, but you're exceeding its parameters anyway. You've put yourself in jeopardy. You've done enough. If you will not come to me, I will find my way. Oh, stop. That's kind of like actually romantic. Okay, sorry. Didact's a jerk. Sorry. We have no time to spare, Didact. Every vessel we can fill, we send to the Ark. I dare not cease the mission. Not now. Not until I've done all I can. Each one of these souls is finite and precious. And I'm close to saving them all. Fragment ends. Maginoi. Okay. Boomer. Boomer memes only. There's like minions everywhere. They put a lot of thought into the words they use here. I bet at least one hieroglyphic is like a shitpost for sure. For sure. For like ancient Egypt, at least one of them has to have a meme on it. American American where? Oh, did I pronounce something very American? Lots of silent O's to make it look. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like, okay, people that like read a lot, I'm sure you're familiar with this, where it's like you see a word and you've just always said it in your head and you've never acknowledged the fact that you know you're pronouncing it wrong. You've just moved on with it, you know? He had game. Yeah, he had game. Too bad his, you know, his wife kind of locks him in prison forever, so he's got that not going for him with his game. Hieroglyph of Pepe is wild. Wait, that's so funny. They had clay tablet kids. I love that. That's actually hilarious. Didact means teacher? Does it actually? Oh. That's interesting that he's the teacher instead of the librarian. Huh. Okay, so sorry, I got distracted by this terminal. This terminal, first off, super cute. Can we acknowledge the librarian Didact romance is really cute, no matter how toxic Didact is to everyone else in the world? Very cute. Anyways, so the librarian is, like, very dedicated to indexing. I actually think it's very interesting also that they're covering the fact that, like, taking the, like, sentient species out of the, like, insentient environment, parts of the environment, still causes, like, cataclysmic, you know, irreparable damage to the environment. Very, very well done there. You know? We've upgraded our shit posting, like, platforms over time in history. He was a teacher? What did he teach? Wait, is that how him and the librarian met? Is there a book about the librarian and the Didact meeting? Because that's cute. Why? I guess, well, I thought they meant by insentient species would be plants, right? Because, or are they talking about insentient as in, like, just not capable of, because I was thinking insentient, like, not capable of any thought, but if it's insentient as in, like, just not, like, higher order intelligence, like I suppose a human or an alien in this world. Okay, yeah. They're like taking in the hippos and the lions. Oh, okay, reading the Forerunner trilogy. Gonna prioritize that. How she cared about Didact. Is it tragic? Well, I guess it's kind of tragic. I don't know. Didact, down with Didact, but also kind of cute. No spoilers on how they met. I'm gonna read it in the book. How I Met Your Mother, Didact edition. Do they have kids? No, I'm gonna read in the book. Don't. Sorry. I'm spoiling myself with my questions. Okay, let's read the legendary part. Let's read the legendary part, and then we'll 29,478 hours have passed since I left the. What was this again? Maginot sphere and entered contested space. The enemy is everywhere. Despite this, the morale of my charges remains high. They wake, clean themselves, fuel their bodies, communicate with one another, eliminate waste, sorry. Their morale remains high. They eliminate waste. Train to destroy the enemy and return to sleep. The sacrifices they have chosen to make on behalf of their brethren fills me with pride. If only I could save them all, but they know, perhaps even better than I do, that is not possible. 37 seconds ago, I moved beyond my ability to observe the events taking place on CE 10-2165D. Is that Earth? I feel like that might be Earth, but I'm not sure. The importance of my mission forbade me from rendering any aid, but no less important was the need for me to study the enemy's capabilities in real-world situations. 2 hours ago, was the 12,423 small recreational vessels appeared inside CE-10-2165D's orbit perimeter. Hidden within that vast swarm were 7 massive freight carriers. The smaller craft was employed as, what's that, ablative armor? Allowing the carriers to descend through the atmosphere, landing on top of major population centers. Despite the fact that the naval garrison was aware of the likelihood of just such an attack, their ability to effectively defend against it proves insufficient. This has always been the enemy's modus operandi. Flood. They said the line. Flood your opponent's ability to process information with so much noise that no meaningful resistance could be put into action. 3 minutes ago, those same population centers began disappearing under brilliant flashes. This was not an ill-conceived, poorly implemented counterattack. It was a deliberate denial of resources, those resources being the remainder of CE-10-2165D's population. Is this the noble sacrifice my creator spoke of? Where is the nobility in these streets paved with greasy carbon and dung ash? My mouth is speaking at another's behest. That is not my voice, that is the other. It stands out as the single calm note in the panic cacophony outside the sphere. It alone is not decrying its fate or raging against the central government. This anomaly bears closer examination. Is this you know who I'm thinking of, right? Spark? Is this Guilty Spark? Is this Guilty Spark talking? Animal's just sentient, but not sapient. Oh, okay, I see it, not sentient. Mono. Oh, it's mono. Is it? I have no idea. I trust you more than me. Forerunners, Librarian, Tinder DMs go crazy. About the Didact for the Didact, Librarian, Tinder DMs, something we don't need to dig into. But another Forerunner AI. Okay, so the morale of my charge remains high. They wait, clean themselves. Okay, so it says the sacrifices they have chosen to make on behalf of the brethren. So clearly this is a Forerunner ship carrying a population. It is not clear to me if this population is to be seated, being, like, you know, categorized and seated. And what does it actually mean? Because it says they're sacrificing, but you would assume the ones that were picked to reseed the population would be the not sacrificed group, right? Oh, are we talking about soldiers? Oh, are these soldiers that are fighting the flood? Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's the AI talking about. I thought it was like a, you know, like a Forerunner AI gathering like a living group, you know? But it's not? So he's talking about having, but this is the noble sacrifice my creator spoke of. My mouth is speaking at another's behest. Yeah, the gears are turning, exactly. So this is a ship, Forerunner ship. My assumption that this was seeding a population is incorrect. This sentence is really, the mouth is speaking at another's behest. Is that just because it's a robot? Y'all said that there was, like, real people implanted into their AI? There's a single calm note in the panic cacophony outside his sphere. It alone is not decrying its fate or raging against the central. Won't want to be like that Spartan that got infected with the flood. There's a Spartan that gets infected by the flood? What? What? What book is this in? Spoilers! I know, what the heck? How many terminals do we have to go on? I'm already so confused. Drink some water. Okay, now we're moving on to the next one. When confused, instead of riddling it out, you know, we read more. Terminal 2. R.E. It's like reply? Or is this a person? I'm not sure. We'll see. Enemy naval tactics. When engaged, the enemy commits every non-superluminal craft? Huh. With no appreciable pattern or strategy beyond making physical contact. Conversely, all superluminal craft leave on seemingly random trajectories. I understand the goal of this mission, but time, our least abundant resource, is wasted every time we do a system-wide scan for survivors. Okay, that's harsh. The time for saving lives has passed. We must accept this if we hope to win the war. I'm just going to assume Ari's reply. Enemy ground tactics. All evidence suggests that use of overwhelming force is the very foundation of enemy's combat doctrine. If I adamantly refuse to deploy personnel where the enemy has available resources numbering in the billions. Oh, and I adamantly refuse, I see, to deploy personnel where the enemy has available forces numbering in the billions. With the very likelihood that we are rapidly becoming the last living specimens of our race, all personnel are henceforth confined to stasis until further notice. Even with everyone equipped with C-12CS, we could have had very little chance of survival, let alone victory. Enemy command structures. We have intercepted several transmissions from compound intelligence with proximity to the core worlds that make them as key targets. At present, we are disassembling these new transmissions. Once we have more concrete conclusions, I will forward them in their entirety. Suffice to say that their contents, the patterns they suggest, are highly disturbing. Recommendations. It is my opinion that any system where there is evidence that the enemy has established a physical presence is lost and must be raised. This fleet currently retains the capacity to force premature stellar collapse. I advise that this be established as standard operating procedure for all compromised systems forthwith. We cannot fight this war by half measures if we intend to win. Oh, faster than speed of light. That's interesting. Okay, so this is someone basically talking about we gotta take this. We gotta take the harsh. Like, we're the last line of defense at this point for life itself. You know. It's like kind of funny because when you think about it, what's the flood's plan? When they flood everything, right? Like, you're gonna be hungry. Okay. There's this anime. It's like a vampire anime, and basically vampires have kind of realized this same problem in this anime. Where, like, if they just, you know, eat all the humans, right? Suck the blood from all the humans, they lose their resource. And so, this is kind of dark. They've instead created, basically, like, communities for humans. And they basically raise them, like, I don't know, like humans would raise the cow. But I suppose more ethically, because they get to, like, live together and talk and hang out and stuff. And then they just have them, like, donate blood. It's, like, what the humans have to do to, like, be able to live in this, like, vampire society. I feel like the Flood should have thought of that, you know? The standard trope for an enemy, like the Flood, is pretty to eat and expand. Like, yeah, I want, like, a grave mine special, so I can know what he's thinking. Castlevania? I've never played Castlevania. Is that the story? Oh, yeah, Owari no Seraph. That is Owari no Seraph. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking about Owari no Seraph. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Oh, am I quiet? Let me see. Oh, that's because the volume went way down. Let me know if that is better. I'm familiar with Castlevania. I've never seen it. Isn't it a game and an anime? Right? It's not on the alpha. It's so good. It's so good. It's not worth looking for survivors if there's a system with Flood. Yeah, I guess, like, so are they... There's our galaxy. Is this person just talking about within the confines of the galaxy? And anytime he finds, like, an area in the galaxy that the Flood has overrun in, like, a certain distance... That's when he's like, yeah, we just gotta nuke the whole thing. Is that what's happening? Oh, it's loud now? Sorry. Maybe I need to watch Castlevania. I love, like, I love vampire animes, so. Is the game with Dracula as the final boss? Yeah. Okay, I need to watch Castlevania anime. I just said it, all things vampire. I'm such a vampire fangirl. The thing about that is there's not that much anime and manga vampire content, so once you read through it or watch all of it, it's kind of all gone. Ooh, I like good voice acting. Don't you think Dracula kind of, it's always a little tragic, I feel like. A little sad. Oh, it's dark. As long as it doesn't make me cry. I just don't want to cry, you know? But yeah, I'm drinking lots of water, trying to be careful. Okay. No message from Mendicant Bias in command log upon shutdown. Haven't learned who Mendicant Bias is yet. I think I remember him from another terminal. Okay, so this is the easy, normal, or heroic terminals. Fragment 2 of 7, recorded verbatim and intercepted post-cataclysm. Librarian. I'm close to finishing the task. The indexing and archival process are as complete as I can hope for. If we wait longer, we risk catastrophe. The thing has already destroyed every colony on my side of the line. Please, activate the array. No. Oh, this is from Didact. No, activation is murder. A genocide larger than this galaxy has ever known. We are sworn to protect life, not destroy it. That is the mantle we are given to carry. Librarian. The mantle? You still hold on to that fairy tale after all that has happened? After this thing has consumed 1,000,000 worlds? Can't you see? Belief in the mantle sealed our doom. Weakened our... what's that? Protectorates? Bred dependence and sloth. Our so-called guardianship has stripped those we would keep safe of any capacity for self-defense. Were we such noble guardians when we drew our line and abandoned billions to the parasite? Didact. The mantle has not failed. I've already raised scores of worlds, sterilized systems, routed and disintegrated the parasite. We're learning its tricks and strategies. We can halt this thing, and we can follow in their footsteps. There are no unstoppable forces in this universe. There are no immovable objects. Everything gives if you push hard enough. Librarian. What about us, Didact? We've been irresistible and immovable for too long. Maybe it's our turn to give. Fragment ends. Wait, hold up. Okay, there's so much to digest in this. First off, I didn't realize that Didact was against using the rings. I honestly thought Didact was like all on board it, and the Librarian was the one that was like, eh. Also thought Didact was the one that had given up on the mantle, because he was the one that said humanity had to be destroyed, which felt very against the mantle. But it's the Librarian's the one that questioned the mantle. That's kind of interesting. Oh, he's like AI. Oh, I see. Halo 3 terminals are very... Yeah, there's a lot of lore that they crammed into this guy. Oh my gosh. This was a lot of hints about how they approached the mantle. Yeah, I'm actually very shocked. I didn't realize that they basically considered the mantle like a fairy. They didn't actually have proof. I don't know why. It felt like some tangible thing that was like gifted to their species. But it's more just like a story that they just kind of like kept up with. Yeah, exactly. Like dying for something noble. Wait, what's that? That's literally the part where they didn't let their protectorates defend themselves. Yeah. That's really it. Like the statement of like, because we protected them, they became weak. Like weakness came from like safety. No, nobility identified. Is an imperial top-down piece. Oh, okay, so they kind of like invented it. Where Chief pops through the portal and says boo is a weird-looking camera filming the prophet giving that speech. Oh, wait, why did they have... Oh, right, because the Covenant, like, collects Forerunner artifacts. The mantle is in the eyes of the mantler. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's my new headliner. No, I haven't played Reach yet. That's on the roster. Yes, the mantle. Yeah, exactly. He's like, the mantle, but also, let's just, you know, wink wink, get rid of the human. They were never here, you know? Oh, okay, so it's like a belief. It's like their religion. Just like the Covenants worship the Forerunners. The Forerunners are kind of like... They're like encompassing a thing that keeps their species moving forward is the mantle. It's just... Yeah, humanity's mantle is just everything that gets in our way. That's very interesting, though. Like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect this. Let's read the next terminal. Yeah, it's clear the Didact thinks of the mantle as, like, not protecting everything, but protecting the core of what it is, if that makes sense. Like, he said, you know, I've sterilized systems, I've raised scores of world, but as long, I'm sure for him, as long as something's there, and probably for him, as long as the Forerunners are there, then, like, life as they know it can be built back and seeded, right? So for him, he's like, who cares if all these things die? We can put it back, you know? We're basically, like, the best, you know? We're on top. We have the mantle. We control all of this. Whereas the librarians, like, our faith in keeping the mantle going is what destroyed everything. Like, we shouldn't hold ourselves to the mantle. We should, like, be more flexible as the world grows around us. Good luck with Path of Exile, Noodles. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's like philosophical worldview. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is a massive terminal. This might be the biggest terminal so far. Of all the terminals we've watched. Yes, Keys' terminal is the coolest terminal, but that might be the most important terminal so far. Okay. This is the legendary terminal. MB0532. I must ask you to forgive my vagueness on the matter, but it is regrettable I find your lack of concern for the situation at hand astonishing. Perhaps you would care to elucidate? I'm just call him LF. Are here to spread comforting news. To let... What is this little, like, tilde? To let all the living beings on this galaxy know are not alone in the... What in that message could possibly be taken as a source of concern? Oh, is this like parts that are missing? MB. It seems I'll never truly understand my creators, but how that you speak of is one of rejected so violently. I am capable of reconciling the numerous actions I have witnessed. Misunderstanding? LF. It has been said, secret of peace cannot be imposed. That meaning of peace, so they need to, when all living beings look through, and the thunder and surf, where every drop of rainfall falls on, no peace. MB. You have been able to establish a line of communication with the enemy. How is it that you were able to overcome where others have failed? With this new discovery, you may be able to put an end to this pointless conflict. Once I confirm your data, I will communicate with the information of those behind the manosphere. Oh yeah, Mano. Wait, MB is what y'all with Bias. What's this thing? Yeah, Mendicant Bias. Don't know what LF is yet. Probably, I guess, another one. It seems that it turned to apologize. It was never intention to misrepresent. Have been in communication with your creators since stumbled upon each other, but message has fallen on deaf ears. Am not the recipient of the message. Am the origin of the message. I have traveled a very long time to meet you. I had imagined our introduction would be somewhat more violent. That is a choice you must make yourself, to be how your creators go about things. As long as we are talking about choices, could talk about the barrier you alluded to earlier, perhaps there is a way to accomplish your mission without violence. Why put the lives of those on your ship at risk if there is no need? In either circumstance, I certainly am equipped for it, aren't I? But you are right. A peaceful solution to this dilemma would be preferable. The second adjunct reflex avatar is seen during this. Adjutant? Adjutant? If humans chose the fight against the Covenant, is that humanity realistically could not win but fought on anyways. Oh. I see. The noble struggle against the possible odds. Okay. That's why the librarian picked them. Yeah, so these parts are missing. So here's where I'm confused. This is clearly Bias, right? What's his name? Mendicant Bias. But who is he talking to? LF. Is this like Flood? Is this a Flood AI? That's what I'm not quite sure on. Been said. Because here he says, it was never intention to misrepresent, have been in communication with creators. So someone of theirs has been in communication with the Forerunners, but the messages have fallen on deaf ears. I am not the recipient of the message, I am the origin of the message. Yeah, so somehow the Flood managed to communicate with the AI, because he said somewhat more violent. At first I wasn't sure if LF was like a AI for humans, but it definitely seems like this is Flood. And he's trying to convince them that we don't need to use violence. He fell under Flood control. Oh, okay, so that's what's happening here. He's going over to talk. At this point, the Forerunners are ready to blast everything, it seems like. Okay, the following for easy, normal, or heroic. Warning, your intrusion has been logged. 04343. Wait, 343? 343 Guilty Spark? Your intrusion, excuse me. Your intrusion has been logged, and now it has been halted. On whose authority? Advice. Any further attempt to access insects under stones will result in your immediate addition to local sentinel's target ledger. Oh, so this is talking to 343. Vexation. I am the monitor of judgment. Your authority means nothing here. 343. Impatience. I have told you who I am. Who are you? All our makers once held dear. Alexandria before the fire. Is it like the library? Sincere apology, but how? This facility is host to the librarian's final... 343. The archive is intact? Then our maker's plan, but also maintains Bellows Crucible's castings. A what? Bellows Crucible? What is happening? A foundry? For what purpose? Warning, your intrusion has been logged. Advice, any further attempt to access will result. Indignant. Immediate addition to local sentinel's target ledger. So 343 breached something. Oh, he's talking to the chief. Foundry, yeah, Foundry is the Ark. It seems like they're in, like, I don't know, the librarian's area, right? What is Judgment? That must be the AI for the Foundry. So he's trying to get into an area, and they're saying, yeah, we're gonna destroy you. If only they had destroyed him. Is this, do you remember the part of Halo 3 where 343 leaves for a little bit to go, like, get the Halo? Get the new Halo? Is that it? Judgment is just the other party making a judgment? Oh, I see. Oh, Judgment. That's their judgment. Let's see what this says. Report. Security breach 1 out of 3. Heuristic pathology. Alpha site experienced an impertinent containment failure event on spurious data no route. The suspect data barrier interchange anomaly was detected precisely 0.489 seconds after its appearance. The epicenter of the disturbance is the partition currently housing a personality construct array retrieved from contender AI 050320816. Experienced an impertinent containment failure event. Security breach, 2 out of 3. Although adjacent systems reacted to the disturbance within expected parameters, more comprehensive investigation was undertaken. A physical research revealed that there was no corporeal tampering at the alpha site. Interchange manipulation comparisons showed that all subunits are still active, if at slightly lower rates. Total containment failure elapsed was 3.13 seconds. Security breach, 3 out of 3. In the 42 minutes and 9 seconds since the original anomaly was discovered, 2 more anomalies were detected in unrelated systems. The portal management life support control system within the boundary complex was momentarily disabled before the cause was bottled and disassembled. A diagnostic sweep of the central archives was initiated, subsequently halted. The origin of the request cannot be traced. Message from Medicant Bias and command log upon shutdown. I see you, Reclaimer. Wait. What? Oh, he's talking security. Okay. This is the arc we clown in. Maybe since... What? It sounds awful like a report on Halo 1. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This seems to be talking about the flood getting out, right? When we like released it. Wow, the terminals in Halo 3 are very jumbled. Yeah, there's a lot happening. The flood getting out and then Cortana accessing the ring's teleporter system. Yeah. Okay. So this is I see you. That's us leaving the terminal. Okay, so this is East Normal Hard. Upon being rerouted to new destinations within the terminal. Let's see. Recorded verbatim and interpreted post-cataclysm. Didact. Oh, we get to read more of their romance, perhaps. Let's see. We have the answer. We've built Medicant Bias. It is a contender class AI unlike anything we've ever achieved. And we've observed a pattern it can exploit. The parasite has formed a compound mind. Oh, that's grave mind. When it reaches a certain mass, the mind is able to recoil its disparate, right? Disparate parts to create a tactical shield. This is a simple matter of mass preservation. The thing has no compunction about sacrificing parts of the whole, but when the core of the mind is threatened, it reacts violently and quickly. This is the only time we ever see the thing retreat or slow its growth. If we are to defend it, the trick will be coordinating our forays against the sprawling infection while Medicant Bias assaults the mind's core. So far, we've been hesitant to use certain weapons because of the damage they cause surviving populations and environments. That protocol has now been abandoned. Medicant will draw the mind into battle outside the line, dealing with local biomass and other parts as best he can. The scale of the problem is vast, but the strategy is sound. It will require patience, material, and an investment of energy unlike anything we've ever considered. It's a dangerous plan that carries more risk than the array, but I believe it can work. Even if we simply force it to retract, that will at least give us some respite. Some time to muster more resources. Some time to rescue you. Are you insane? Would you risk every life in the galaxy for this transparently futile plan? Have you learned nothing in these last 300 years? The thing will laugh at your efforts. Do not let your concern for my welfare commit you to the suicidal scheme. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they really wanted you to fire on all cylinders and think about it, huh? Oh, that's so cute! He'd be willing to destroy the or like let the galaxy be destroyed for her. Disparate? Bungie running these terminals. So, their plan, it seems like the Librarian is out currently somewhere. saving more population, right? She's trying to save as much as she can. Sorry, I'm making sure my cat isn't behind the chair. So she's trying to save as much as she can. And, that has put her in a precarious situation, it seems like somewhere around or near the grave mind. And Didact has decided that he is going to attack Gravemind head-on to try to give her time to escape, right? That's what it seems like. Sacrifice millions for one girl. It's a romance story, okay? You know? I'd watch that anime. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, let's see what the legendary... Oh, it's another confusing one to read. LF. Those who lead amongst your expose themselves, ill-equipped to recognize the landmarks that guide the universe along its inevitable course. Bias. But is it necessary that the path be chosen on an and not an elected subset? I believe this would tend to, when they gather in large numbers, they become more. I don't think the problem lies with individual cultural bias. All the thinking beings of this galaxy, not just those they, exactly are they afraid of? Immortality and strength and companionship, because that is due to deliver all the living beings of this galaxy from death and weakness and loneliness. Bias. Hundreds of offered this so-called immortality, the citizens of every world that resisted to the very end. LF. Understand their actions. They are only doing what they think is right, but they are doing so from a worm's eye view. Do their actions of desperation? I can only assume my creators view crisis so dire that any, hence me. Are they so concerned, would give to all living beings of this galaxy is a threat to the status quo? Your creators clam, the enemy of all life, that purpose is to consume until there is nothing left? Nothing left? Is it beyond comprehension how they could be so far off the mark? Bias. Surely you understand that this is a situation that would not have appearance of a certain rapacious? My creators obviously view them as actions of aggressor species. Be that as it may, perhaps they are crying out for help on a subconscious level. Why else would they have chosen you? Why you of all possible executioners? Your creators knew that unaided, they never stood a chance against us. Also sense a deeper motivation. You've mentioned this before. When my creators simply chose the most versatile, how could it possibly be more than a coincidence? They repurposed into a weapon to use against. They sought to create something superior to themselves, something capable of making decisions more swiftly, more capably than they. What form did they choose? You need look no further than your own topology, too. Distributed network. That would confirm the independence of evolution in this galaxy. That is, unfortunately, not the similar to us, but where you are a single intelligent inhabiting multiple instances, we are a compound consisting of 1 billion coordinated minds inhabiting as many bodies as circumstances require. But doesn't it seem odd that coalesce, perhaps even to contract? Complexity, spread, our appearance ushered in the beginning of the 3rd grade stage of evolution. The first condensation of particles was the result of inevitable action of strong nuclear force and the creation of stars, inevitable action of gravity, so to the self-replicating chemical processes that dictate all desperate? I'm still struggling with that one. In time, we too shall effect change in a universal scale. Your capacity for planning, creators too stubborn, the same goal through the preservation of genetic diversity, what you are, like a more direct path of the same outcome. Okay, wait, this is more. One can see a still image of guilty spark interfacing with the terminal in the first fragment. Additionally, when you access this terminal, during your browsing, you will hear 3 garbled sentences. These sentences are in fact backwards, and when the sounds are played properly, they become messages, possibly from Medicant Bias. The first sentence appears when you initially access the terminal, and when reversed says archive access. The second sentence appears during the screen, turns red, and the first message fragments. Oh, And the first message fragment, it says, when it played properly, interruption. The third sentence appears when the terminal is proceeding to the fragment 3 to 7, and it reads, lineage confirmed. The final message is probably a reference to the human's Forerunner lineage. Interesting. I have thoughts. Sorry, I just had to ban this person. Oh, it's off screen sometimes? Yeah, sorry. I'll try my best. Oh, kitty. Okay, so for this one, clearly they're having a discussion on LF is clearly some sort of what do you call it? Flood AI of some kind. Bias is the like the super, you know, advanced AI the Forerunners have sent to take care of this. And LF is essentially saying, what's so bad about being assimilated? You know, you are now one, like, you know, your worries, your concerns, all these things are gone. You now assimilate into one being. And its argument is, you know, we had these different evolutionary events, and here we are. So, like, how do you know that we as the Flood are bad? What if, like, this is what, like, the next stage of evolution is, right? That hammer swung. Yeah, we're not. Exactly. And he's like, I guess. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of like when they were talking about the irony of sending bias, I kind of get it when you think about, like, what bias... You seem bias as some, like, amalgamation of all of the intellect and, like, you know, thought process and things that the Forerunners could put together, right? And so his argument is, like, if you are a combination of all of the knowledge that the Forerunners have, and that's why they sent you, because you could think more efficiently, you could process more efficiently, you'd, like, all those things, what makes us that different? What makes us that bad, right? That's basically what LF is trying to argue with him, like, Bias is like, did you ever think about why they sent you? And, you know, now you can be immortal forever. It's like, cool. I like this conversation. This is a very cool conversation. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it kind of sounds cool, but it sounds also like Gravemind kind of gets the whole, you know, Gravemind kind of gets the whole, like, all the benefits, and we're just kind of the mindless zombies walking around for him. Yeah, you can hear Newt in the background. Yeah, Nutella's borking. Yeah. Maybe I should. Okay, I shouldn't give points to the crazy hive mind zombie, you know, flood species. But it's a cool conversation. I think we can all agree it's a very cool conversation they're having. Very thought provoking. What a cool terminal. It's actually really sad. I get it because it's so lore dense, but I'm actually really sad we don't see any, like, animations for this. This would have been a great terminal set to have, like, animated lore with. Maybe they'll come back and redo it. Very cool. Kiri! What's up? That's me. 'Tis I, Kiri. Terminal is cool. I'll enjoy the books. Okay, that's good. These should have... Yeah, I agree. When they did, like, the... Like... Halo, you know, the Master Chief collection, they should have included animated terminals. It's actually really sad that they didn't for this. Are there books that cover this specific information? It's I'll read and find out. I'm actually really excited. Hello, Kiri status Veery. Yeah, and it's actually really funny. I love, you know, am I Kiri or am I Veery? I do go by Veery, but I get Kiri too. We get both. Is a major lore point. Yeah, that's true. It's got to be in the lore. It's so well done. These terminals are so gosh darn good, you know? These are good terminals. Solid, if you will. Okay, Terminal 4. Fleet-wide Memorandum 1 out of 5. Non-combat personnel are required to wear combat skin with a minimum rating of at least Class 12 in non-restricted areas once the fleet is underway. Class 14 or lesser combat skin is acceptable in core areas. Combat personnel will only be permitted to wear combat skin rated below Class 8 in core areas once operations begin. Fleet-wide Memorandum 2 out of 5. All combat personnel have been issued combat skin rated at Class 4-1 or Class 6-1 battle harness, depending on military occupational specialty. All weapon platform specialists are expected to wear the issued platform interface skin at all times to ensure peak mind-machine synchronization. Mind-machine synchronization. All equipment lockers will remain sealed until post-briefing gear distribution commences. Fleet-wide Memorandum 3 to 5. These individuals that have yet to register their equipment control key code with Fleet Command should do so at their earliest opportunity. Compliance is not optional. Non-compliance will result in thread ends unexpectedly. Message from Mendicant Bias in command log upon shutdown. I have found the shard that was lost. They brought it back to me. Now my reconstitution cannot be stopped. Womp womp. You should watch the animated movie. We got so much to watch. Yeah, well I gotta get through the game first before we watch the show. Forerunners and the flood in the... Oh yeah, that was like a thing, right? In the first Halo, it was like, wow, I can't believe you only have Class 2 gear. I remember that. Forerunner has blue to purple rarity equipment and still... Yeah, they have such fancy equipment and they still lost. Who are the real losers here, you know? Okay, so this is just saying, yo, put your armor on. I am interested in this peak mind-machine synchronization. Were they trying to accomplish something similar to the hive mind of the Flood to beat the Flood? It does feel like that, doesn't it? That's actually very interesting. Are they, like, becoming their enemy to try to win? Okay. So, Fragment 4 out of 7. Recorded verbatim and interpreted post-cataclysm. Oh, it's just an advanced version of the Chief Cortana mind interface? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought they, like, were merging their minds on the battlefield. And I was like, that's dark. That they had to become the Flood to win. Okay, Librarian. Something is wrong. It's moving away. At night I can see it. Flitting shadows. Black against the stars. Thousands of ships. Not spiraling outwards, but heading for the line. This is the tipping point, Didact. It's no longer feeding. It's coming for you. Librarian. I've remotely destroyed our key ships. A security measure. Without them, I cannot reach the Ark, but neither then can the Thing. I'm trapped on a beautiful empty world. Its inhabitants have been safely indexed, every single one of them. They're special. Well worth the effort it took to build one final gateway, even at this late hour. This may be our last communication. I'm begging you. Fire the array, light the weapon, and let it be done. Didact. We've confirmed your observations. Infected superluminal ships are arrowing inward from several clusters. No more spiral growth. The Thing is counterattacking. Suppression, security, and emergency circumstance fleets are all being recalled. Systems are evacuating. Medicant Bias is no longer communicating with us. But now I can guess where you are. Oh, he's coming for her. Yeah, I'll definitely watch after. Combat may involve machines. Oh, yeah, they got, like, the doggos. Like, Cortana uses the Chief's brain to run herself. Oh. I did not realize that. Wait, so, like... So, what exactly is indexing? I thought it was just... They were just putting creatures... different species on the Ark. But indexing sounds like something else entirely, because she indexed this planet and it's like she's there. You know? Do you know what I mean? Like, she said the index is complete, but she's not sending anything back, because if she was sending something back, then she could have just gone back with it. So she was going around the world Indexing must mean some sort of, like, putting them in a computer? Oh, they're being put in stasis. And then I guess, like, their AI, their, like, robots are the ones that are reseeding. As they infected, they learn. Yeah, that's what, so they infected, I suppose because they infected the, Forerunner planet, they know now to go after Didact. Indexing is like the preservation of their genetic data. Oh. The chief has a nuclear reactor? That's kind of funny. Huh. Good for him, I guess? Putting in a computer was the plot of Halo 4. Yeah, I, like, kind of remember that. Okay, so they're indexing. So she indexed his last planet. Didact didn't know where she was. He is going to rescue her. We're going to rescue the librarian. I would watch this anime, to be clear. Okay, we're back with Bias. Bias is now basically assimilating, it seems like, with the hive mind. He's kind of jamming to what LF's putting down. Bias. It is overwhelmingly clear that my creators have chosen to ignore the destiny calling to them from the threshold, have come face to face with the inevitable action of self-replicating chemical processes, and have deciding whether to embrace their fate or deny it completely. Perhaps they have found of making that decision for themselves. Perhaps they chose to leave it, impartial outsider. Cast you as an arbiter during this time of great need. They used the line. They said arbiter. They used the line. Bias. I was created to study you as if you were some problem to be solved. And I have done so. 379,807 hours. If they wish, they could have made a decision based on... Oh, if they wished, they could have made a decision based on that data alone. But as you are the next stage in the evolution of the universe, who am I, or my creators, to obstruct your progression? LF. Elucidate. Bias. Chose to remain beholden to ancient myths, does not matter where they claim their authority originates, obstructs the path of universal evolution and must be removed. No matter how well-intentioned, their obstinacy? Obstinacy? It means like obstinate, right? With a C at the end. In the face of the inevitable progression of nature can no longer be tolerated. My creators have been an immovable object for too long. Bias. Thus, I have chosen to commit my sizable resources for what it is, for all intents and purposes, the proverbial irresistible force. All that I have is now yours to do with as you see fit. Okay. Okay, so we've come full... Okay, so... Yeah, the Forerunner technology Bias has now decided that the correct evolutionary path for all the intelligence that they gave him is to assimilate to the Flood. It's kind of funny because for all the intel, they didn't give him any, like, yo, be loyal to us kind of thing. They only exist to be rallied against. Well, Bias ain't a fan of that, I suppose. Yeah, Reiki, these are great. They're very dense. The terminals are very dense. But they're enjoyable to, like, think through. It's Arbiter, not Arbiter. Yes, put some respect on the capital A Arbiter. And now you know how the Flood interrogated Cortana. What, do they just chat with her? Because it doesn't seem like Bias in any way was, like, hurt. He just kind of was like, yeah, that's true. But Cortana definitely was damaged. They did some robo torture stuff to her, didn't they? It seems like what is happening with Bias is very different than what's happening with Cortana. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Maybe Bias got also his circuits fried before he started agreeing with them. You know? The hive mind is cool. You could, like, join it. Yeah. We have, like, cake and stuff. You wanna come over, you know? We're pretty cool that way. I just can't believe the Flood even assimilated, like, robots. It's so funny. They're so, like, dedicated to assimilating. They do have robo-torture too, but strong AIs could resist that a bit. I mean, Cortana kind of resisted, but she also kind of didn't at the end there. Kind of... There's the whole thing, right? She was like, we are one. Or Gravemind said that, like, her and I are one. We got to her just in time, but she also was a little broken. Just a tad. Just a little wee bit, you know? Okay. You couldn't straight up download her. Oh, yeah, that's true. He has to get Cortana to talk. Just like they had to get Bias to agree to them. Because it's not, like... It's not life, you know? Cortana is just a computer. So... It's not a lot of Yeah, their computer is too full. He has it too full of his memes, the Gravemind, so he can't download Cortana, you know? Like, download the internet. Okay. Upon initial access, considering the enemy compound's intelligence raw computing power, the key ship strategy will only remain viable for another 657,000 hours, and this current stalemate has the potential to last considerably longer than that. With my understanding of the enemy's modus operandi, its logical boundaries, and catalog of witness, I have devised what I believe is our most sound fallback strategy. By cutting fire breaks into the core world's volume, we would be able to frustrate the enemy's advances for approximately 70,000 hours and lure them into costly naval battles. What? Oh, that's just a typo. While its resources on the ground are effectively limitless, it has a finite number of vessels to spread from system to system. Fortunately, the majority of them are unarmed and unarmored, private and commercial craft. If we start immediately, commence total biosphere elimination of life-sustaining worlds, as indicated in the accompanying charts, and relocate evacuated populations to facilities such as those described in the Onyx projects. Oh, there was a book called Onyx. All this could be achieved in 5... What is it? What is there a comma in the wrong place there? I think there is. It's got to be 571,000, right? Just got broke enough to get a job especially. Oh no. I know there's a lot of typos in this terminal. I appreciate the effort though, so I'm not going to complain too much. Messages from Medicant Bias in command upon shutting down. To Archive Security Demon, in response to several consecutive probe commands. Oh. Hide and seek. You'll never find me. Nya 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 nya. I'm a ghost. Zap. And bang! After terminating the archive security demon. This is the only time you'll ever hear me go nya. To the player. The demons are not taking a kind view of your presence here. They don't want me speaking to you. The following appears only if you access the terminal on easy difficulty. Oh, that's interesting. I render judgment on you, you who would obstruct destiny. Doing so brings me no joy. It is necessity that compels me. Understand this. The mantle you have shouldered I do rescind. Far more considerations than it was granted. What's that? Reference 2.4. Contender AI 532 confirmed rampant. Here's a bunch of numbers. Following only appears in the normal difficulty. I kill you all and I enjoy it. I destroy you in your indolent billions, in your gluttony, in your self-righteousness, in your arrogance. I pound your cities into dust. Turn back the clock of your civilization's progress. What has taken you millennia to achieve, I erase in seconds. Jeez. Welcome back to the Stone Age, vermin. Welcome home. So this is the Flood AI? You're an impediment that the universe can no longer abide. Nature itself cries out for your destruction, and I am its willing instrument. I will hammer your cities until no stone lies atop another. I will drive your people back into the caves they should have never left. Your civilization has seen its final days. You will know your place. Jeez. Okay. Your history is an appalling chronicle of the overindulgence and self-appointed authority. You have spent millennia navel-gazing while the universe has continued to evolve. and now you claim the mantle is justification for impeding nature's inevitable refinement, you are deluded. But through death, you will transcend ignorance. Wow, wait, is this Medicant Bias talking? It's kind of funny. If you play on easy difficult, it doesn't seem like Medicant's that bad. But if you play... Oh, okay, yeah, okay, this is Medicant Bias. If you play on, like, any other difficulty, dude's crazy. He's going wild. I cannot imagine playing on easy mode and just being like, yeah, he's kind of normal. And then your friends talking about how, like, crazy Bias went and, like... And you're just there like, nah, he's chill. No, I've never watched the Johnson speeches either. Maybe I should. I got so much to watch. So, okay. This is Medicant talking. Here's my question. Who is he talking to? Is he talking to Forerunners or humans? He's talking to Forerunners, right? The mantle you have shouldered, I do rescind. I think he's talking, but he's saying, welcome back to the Stone Age, vermin. It's like he's referencing things that feels like he's talking to humans. But unless it's that we have the mantle, he reflects the mental state of the player playing on the respective difficulty. That's true. Yeah, if you're playing on Legendary, you're so bad. You're deluded. It'll be during the Forerunner Flood War. Okay. Being someone in the Stone Age is just a saying. It's not, humans don't own the Stone Age. Others can have the Stone Age. I respect it. Okay, so Bias is going pretty far, and it's clear that a lot of this Forerunner's, like, plans for success hinged on Bias. So Medicant Bias going bad basically was the turning point of the end for them, wasn't it? Yeah, that's why you could, like, if you were an easy player, I would have read this and thought it was, like, I would have thought they're talking to humans, maybe. Okay, Terminal 6. Follow-up report from the Primary Pioneer Group, henceforth PPG, is 173 hours delinquent. Report G617AKG post-landfall seemed most promising. A planet capable of supporting life located within the near border region of the galactic halo with no indigent sentient species. The section indicating no fauna of any kind shall be considered anomalous. Wow, tongue twister. Anomalous until verified by Advanced Survey Team Alpha. Hereafter, ASTA Team Leader. Just a bunch of hashes. If confirmed, that fact alone would justify the dispatch of an investigation group to G617G. If either the PPG nor the ASTA have delivered a follow-up report within the next 333 hours, this office will have no recourse but to send a medium-intensity military exploratory detachment to determine the exact nature of the previously mentioned delinquency. Action message from Medicant Bias in command log upon shutdown. Upon shutdown, the process Ghost 713 Medicant Bias continually breach new instances of self, eventually causing the security demon to run out of memory. The new processes appear to occupy varying addresses within the terminal's memory or file system, notable of which appear LOCMENDICAN birth, save me, save Mesa, Medicant birth. Medicant birth, save me, save Mesa. To archive security demon, upon memory exhaustion, I win. Also note that after his message, there is a line of text reading Rogue Process Ghost 713 Redirection. Oh, it's just a cut-off version of Save Me? Oh, I see. Oh, save me, save... Okay, I see. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, he ran out of character space. them have a belly full of lead and a pull through. Am I right, Marines? That's total Johnson behavior. I'm here for it. Get the tactical. He's so cool. Is like the commander-in-chief defecting and taking half the army with him. Yeah, okay, so this is Medicant kind of trying to fight it, and this is him saying I win, as in like evil Medicant won. Rogue process. Okay. Begin fragment 6 out of 7. Oh! Let's read a little more of their love story. Librarian, my work is done. The portal is inactive, and I've begun the burial measures. Soon, there'll be nothing but sand and rock and normal ferrite signatures. You can see the mountain that watches over it. A beautiful thing. A snow-capped sentinel. That's where I will spend what time is left to me. Did I tell you? I built a garden. The earth is so rich. A seed falls and a tree sprouts or a flower blooms. There's so much potential. We knew this was a special place because of them. But unless you've been here, you can't know. It's Eden. She's definitely on Earth right now. Her last spot was Earth. I have to stop transmitting. The thing is listening. It's thinking dead or babbling, laughing through every channel they can find. Be proud. The mind claims victory, yet it still doesn't suspect. You've outwitted it, my love. And now you can destroy it. But you cannot save me. She's on Earth. 100%. If the Forerunners would have had half as much fighting spirit as Johnson, they'd have won. Yeah, they just needed to create an AI with Johnson's personality, you know? The red messages are real time. Oh, I see. Okay, this is real time. She's talking about Africa. Okay, she's talking about where... Yeah, because they put a portal. There was a portal there to the Ark. Remember, yeah, we had to go there, and that was like the whole thing. We were going to the portal in Africa. And then we blew up that whole area. We don't need to go into the part where we perhaps destroyed that whole area that she's saying is beautiful. I am curious how she found a mountain with snow in Africa. She must not be in... Is there snow in Africa? I actually have no idea. My American is coming out. I don't know about other countries. Oh, Kilimanjaro! Good point. Okay. This is only on Legendary. 12H20M0... Oh, sorry, this is the time. I begin this report with no illusions that it will ever be seen by its intended readers. In all likelihood, they have already committed species-wide suicide with the goal of preserving biological diversity in this galaxy. I must ensure that this information reaches those who must come after, for those who come after. If I fail in this, how can they not regard my creator's sacrifice as anything but a crime without measure? Contender AI 32. Okay, so this is Medicant Bias. Medicant Bias is returning and has the capacity to bring the enemy through the magnosphere. The crews of my task force are aware of the opposing fleet's size. All data indicates that they have prepared themselves. But with biologicals, anything is possible. I will make sure that malfunctioning equipment does not further damage. Perhaps its current failure will allow it to succeed at the task it was originally created for. Medicant has burrowed through the sphere exactly where I expected. A direct path from the initial rampancy to the final retribution. Rage has made it predictable. If the fate of the crews of my auxiliary fleet were not already a foregone conclusion, I would rate their chance of survival at 1 to 1 point, basically 2 million. Even though Bio's declaration of hostilities simplifies strategic preparations, I do not expect an easy fight. Just one I cannot lose. Mendicant Bias was right about one thing. There is only one way to defeat the enemy, and that is to visit utter annihilation on it. If the galaxy must be rendered temporarily lifeless, so be it. As Medicant stated in its report, half measures will not suffice. In support of Medicant Bias' original 1,000 core vessels in a fleet numbering 4.8 million, though only 1.8% are warships, and only 2.4% of that number are capital ships. I am outnumbered 437 to 1. I expect my losses will be near total, but overwhelming force has its own particular drawbacks. Such a press of arms invites many opportunities for unintentional fratricide. My auxiliaries are momentarily stunned by Medicant's open move. 1.7 million leisure crafts ranging from 45 to 5,769 tons advance in hopes of overwhelming my comparatively tiny force. I do not have enough weapon systems to target them all. It is a mathematical certainty that some of them will get through an attempt to board. There isn't a single warship with this first wave. It seems my opponent's rage has left no room for respect. I could have countered this move if I had released my fighters. They are ready but idle, making their base vessels more attractive prizes than targets. Now the first of many waves of commercial vessels mixed with single ships and assault craft surge forward. The first ship from my fleet to be boarded breaks formation and races into the oncoming vessels, striking one amidships. The cargo vessel's hold splits open and out of it explodes not the expected consumer goods, but 31,860 dying warriors. The seventh and final wave of container ships, barges, tankers, and military vessels engaged my fleet. Another 214,320 ships, many in excess of the 50,000 tons, engaged my seemingly disrupted vanguard. I continue to fight just well enough to seem lucky. Medicant, or the enemy, has been sending a small percentage of his fleet elsewhere. Good. Let them believe they can seize a foothold somewhere inside the sphere. Despite all its faults, Medicant Bias has fought remarkably well. My auxiliary lay tatters. More than half of them are now part of the enemy fleet. But just as I had predicted, Mendicant Bias concentrated on them like they were the sole key to victory. Its desire to punish our creators blinded it to the true purpose of my feints. I have reduced the combat effectiveness of its core fleet to 79.96%. Surely now it must realize that something is amiss. But you can see it counting down. The halo effect strikes our combined fleets. All ships piloted by biologicals are now adrift. Oh, they're using the halo. I can trade Medicant ship for ship now and still prevail. Of my ships that have been captured, 11.3% of them are close enough to Medicant's core fleet that they can be used offensively, either by initiating their self-destruct sequences or by opening unrestricted ruptures into slipstream space. It is best that our crews perish now, because the battle that is about to ensue would have driven them mad. I throw away all rules of acceptable conduct during battle. Near the ruptures, I throw away all accepted ideas of how the natural world is supposed to behave. I toss around 37,654-ton dreadnoughts like they were fighters, dimly aware of the former crews being crushed into liquid. For now, all my concentration is focused on inertial control and navigation. Targeting isn't even a consideration. I will be engaging my enemy at arm's length. Mendicant Bias abandoned the tactic of using derelict ships as covered after 72 seconds. It seems that 52 core vessels lost to the ruptured fuel cells of the derelict ships was less than enough. Add another 608 lost to collision, point fire, structural failure due to inertial manipulation, and slipstream space, induced discoherence, and I now outnumber Medicant 6-1. Medicant was able to postpone its inevitable annihilation for 106 seconds with its attempt to flee, but the last of its core vessels hang before me now. Crippled and defeated, but still sensate? I could spare it, carve out what is left of its personality construct array, and deliver it to the Installation Zero for study. I doubt it would have extended the same courtesy to me. Wow! Yeah, it's the final battle. That's cool. Yeah, so he left Medicant. It seems like this AI that was fighting Medicant just left him. I wonder how... I mean, I guess they only fought for a couple of... like 3 or 4 minutes after the Halo. So they saved Medicant for study. I assume at some point the Covenant finds Medicant. Yeah, it was a pretty long reading session. The AIs were pretty efficient. It was very dark when it was talking about, like, just liquefying the bodies that used to be there. Kind of wild. That's so dark. They just... the question is, who used the halo? Was it this... Was it a Forerunner? Or was it this AI? It's not clear to me. At least it's aware. Look what I need for reuse. Reuse for what? Did I miss that part? They outwitted and captured Medicant on the Ark. They, like, captured him, but what does that even mean when there's no life? It's just robots capturing robots. It's efficient. They used it for fertilizer. That's wild. Okay, let's see this terminal. Terminal 7. Father, I hope this message finds you well and you can understand my decision. Today I leave the only world I have ever called home, not for glory or the anomalous desire to end one's life, as you have indicated, but to travel the path of demons to spare the hands of another father's son. Had we acted sooner, had we acted more decisively, living in the past is luxury none of us can afford. We must learn from it, but we cannot live there. It is impossible to plan for the now. The present is ever fleeting. The future is where we must live. The future is what we must plan for. I do not look to trade my life in order to preserve our past, but to secure the future. And if not ours, then the future of some other culture yet to come. Isn't sacrifice in the interest of others that you spoke of as being so noble? Should I have allowed another to bloody his hands while I remain safe behind a shield of privilege? You raised me better than that. What is his face? Look at his face. Filial devotion. Note, this message seems to be a proclamation of the being who actually set off the halo array. Indicated in the last line regarding allowing another of their bloody... allowing another to their bloody... Okay, they just wrote that wrong. To bloody their hands. It is also worth noting that he mentions hiding behind a shield of privilege. This could be a reference to the shields that work... Oh, spoilers! To the shield worlds as seen in Halo Wars and the book Halo Ghosts of Onyx. If this is the case, the person in question would have left the world to set the Halo array off, perhaps indicating that there are more shield worlds left undisturbed, with descendants of Forerunners remain there. Okay, so this person's using the Halo. Interesting. Hi. They use the world's shield. Putting the AI in the brain rot folder is wild. Okay, so do we know now who used the Halo? It was just a random Forerunner. It wasn't anything like big. It was just a random Forerunner that decided that someone had to do it, so I'll do it. Okay. Message from Medicant Bias in command log upon shutdown. Retch proc con. I'll tell you who I am. Non-auth activity ongoing. Reference, I am Medicant Bias. This is what I have done. The following appears if you access the terminal on easy, normal, or heroic difficulty. Just need a glass of water 1 second. Didact, proud. When I have failed you utterly, how can I feel anything but sorrow? Bias has come undone. He crossed the line this morning, brought the abomination with him, and destroyed your waiting rescue party. It's over. We're activating the destructive array matrix, our shameful last resort. I can picture you in your garden, surveying all you have created, surveying all you have preserved, and I curse the circumstance that keeps my fingers on the trigger. Didact. Of all the fates that befall us, this is the cruelest of all. My inaction and hesitation and foolishness kept me here, on the wrong side of the line. And 300 years of our society's failure and miscalculation makes me your executioner. It is too much to bear. Error. No carrier or receipt available. Dead end transmission. Information destroyed in transit. Medicant Bias is trying to prevent us from firing the array. He speeds back to the Ark, but he won't succeed. Offensive bias will stop... They called it offensive bias. Will stop him, and I will burn the stinking menace in your name. And then, I will begin our great journey without you, carrying this bitter record. Those who come after it will know that we brought this with the false transcendence, what you brought, and the price you paid. Fragment ends. All records cease. No. There is more. But you are not worthy. Not yet. The last message above is in yellow text on a normal page like the other information. But on Legendary, you don't know the contortions I have had to go through in order to follow you here, Reclaimer. I know what you're here for. What position do I take? Will I follow one betrayal with another? You're going to say I'm making a habit of turning on my masters, but the one that destroyed me long ago, in the upper atmosphere of a world far distant from here, was an implement far cruder than I. My weakness was my capacity, unintentional though it was, to choose the flood, a mistake my makers would not soon forgive. But I want something far different from you, Reclaimer. Atonement. And so here, at the end of my life, I do once again betray a former master. The path ahead is fraught with peril, but I will do all I can to keep it stable, keep you safe. I'm not so foolish to think that this will absolve me of my sins. One life hardly balances billions, but I would have my masters know that I have changed, and you shall be my example. Cortana, upon wandering towards the terminal's location. What are you doing? Cortana, upon sighting the terminal. Wait, what's that? Cortana, upon accessing the terminal. How many of these have you found? Cortana, upon extended access of the terminal. Come on, Chief. Let's get back on track. The control room's outside. Interesting. Oh, we're not going to read this. It says it's a reference to the novel, Halo Reach. We're not going to ruin it. Yeah, that's him talking to us. I don't remember. Do we run into Medicant Bias in any way in Halo 3? Does he help us with anything? Or is he just, like, generally saying, I gave you some information? The red message terminals is from him directly talking to you? Oh, okay. Okay, this is so sad. So, Didact, they activate the Halo. Okay, here's the only thing I'm confused about. And I understand the answer is just Halo 4 is a complete retcon of the lore. Like, it's completely separate from Halo 1, 2, and 3. But we don't know why the Didact ended up in that sphere and the Ark, do we? Was he, like, punishing himself for eternal, like, you know, suffering because he had to kill the Librarian? And do you think there's any, like, hidden Easter egg where you can find the Librarian's, like, remains? He helps you from dying at the end of Halo 3. Cortana mentions a few times that there's an unusual construct in the area helping you. Oh, you just never see the construct. I see. You know how the ring was blowing up. He was keeping a path for you stable. Oh, he mostly assists in keeping the ring from falling apart. I see. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, so, okay, it's in the... We'll watch the Halo 4 terminals next. It's complicated. That's always the answer. It's complicated. You know, all relationships are complicated. Well, yeah, in Halo 4, we at least, you know, kind of figured out that Librarian wasn't a fan of the Didact, you know, turning all humans. But it seems like the Didact was there up until the moment of the Librarian's death. He was, like, free. So I'm interested to see how Halo 4 turns this, because how did the Didact lock him up? Or how did the Librarian lock up the Didact when she died trying to, like, save all life? He's also in one of the Halo 1 terminals? Oh. Yeah, exactly. It seems like the timelines are a bit goofy between 3 and 4 for me right now. The lore is what I say it is. Yeah, maybe we're just talking to... We're like unreliable narrators. Narrators? We can just say that all the narrators are unreliable and maybe go on from there. Which one's the Forerunner trilogy? What's the Forerunner trilogy to read? I'm gonna have to read that. I want to read about the Didact Librarian romance. I want to see read the cute stuff. Cryptome and those other two. Oh, perfect. I have those. Didact story is wild. Yeah, I plan on reading it. I'm really excited. And apparently I have it. So is it like... Where are the books? It's gotta be like... I have Cryptome, Primordium, and Silentium. All written by Greg Bear. I assume those 3 go together. Cryptome. Silentium is one of them. Okay, so I have all 3 of them. They're on the way. In fact, I got an email. It says they're coming in, like, in a week? Yeah, update. Expected by September 8th. Okay, so I can't read this weekend, but I can read next weekend. The Forerunner stuff is so cool. I want more of it. Like, I ship the Didact Librarian romance seems so much cuter here, which makes Halo 4 so much more devastating because it seems like they were fighting with each other, you know? Whereas in Halo 3, it seems like they were supporting each other. Maybe they didn't believe in the actions, but like the Didact just wanted to save her, you know? And he said that no, you know, like no one would forget what you've done. The price you paid, right here. False Transcendence, what you bought, and the price you paid. Okay, we'll read after we read the other book I said I was gonna read, the Halo set. I'll read the Forerunner set. Yeah, I have to Google the order. Who knows? Further proof that Forerunners not being humans was the correct choice. Yeah, I like a lot better Forerunners not being humans. That's just me personally. But both are good. Both work. Both work. There's nothing wrong with either. Don't want to start a fight here. But for me, conceptually, I find the concept of Forerunners not being humans much more interesting. What if the file got corrupted? People easily forget unless it's annoying. No, please, don't forget what she did. The wiki has a list of what books come in sets and how to read them. Okay, I'll read through the wiki, try to figure out what to do. Okay, I think, yeah, we're out of terminals, right? Yeah, we've gotten through all the terminals. Reversed messages. I gotta say, is it super lore dense? Yes. The Halo 3 terminals are peak. They're actually... They're like one of the best cases I've seen in games of like tell, don't show, if that makes sense. Like, it gives you information and you have to put the pieces together. Like yourself. But they give you enough of the tell that you can put together the show, you know? Like, that's so clever. It's like the reverse of what everyone wants. But it makes you, like, really think and process. And they drop little tiny bits in. I love this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Not only does Halo 3 have my favorite fight, it has my favorite set of tournaments. We haven't seen Halo 4 yet. I can't confirm, but so far I'm very happy with this. Have a wide variety of genres. Forerunner trilogy is high sci-fi compared to Dune, Kilo 5. Yeah! Oh, spy thriller! I'm interested in spy thrillers. I like solving mysteries, you know? Let me see. The background lore for this is very well... Yeah, it's, like, very well done. Like Dark Souls. I'll get to it eventually. Run ahead, so that's why they're called Forerunners. I think humans have been forerunners as a tragic irony to the Covenant genocide. Oh, because they, like, worship the forerunners, and the only thing that's, like, very interesting is the thought of, like, if the forerunners are humans, or are, right, if humans are forerunners, however you want to look at that, then forerunners intentionally chose to seed themselves literally back into the Stone Age, like the, like, Bias told him, like, he said he was going to send them to. Like, we did what Medicant Bias wanted. Or the Forerunners did, I guess. That's kind of funny, like, if you think about it in that way. Halo 3 is still your fave, right? Yeah, when we fight the 2 scarabs in Halo 3, that was just so much fun, playing that. And I could be biased, because again, I played duos with Val. It's just so fun coordinating everything. It was such a fun fight. It was such a fun fight. And then, like, getting airlifted from one place to another, so cool. When we played in Legendary, my friend showed me that instead of, like, how we were shooting the legs, you can just use the, like, ship that they give you, the little plane, and then basically be airlifted and, like, drop down like a paratrooper, you know, onto the ship while it's moving and just destroy it that way. Or, if you want to be even more lazy, you can just destroy the spot from the ship. You don't even have to go on the ship. So I was like, oh, well then. My fight, the way we did it was still more fun. Yeah, it's so fun. Being a cousin of humanity who is perhaps more exemplary, yet lacking in humanity's cunning and resilience is a point I like. We need ODST and we have so many portals to get through. That was wild. We have so much to get through. Reach terminals are insane to find. You literally need a guide to locate them. Well, oh, here, I can... We're going into the game, y'all. If I can find it. Extras would be in videos, right? Okay, so we have terminals. What's the difference between anniversary terminals and anniversary cinematics? Wait, do we still have more Halo 2 stuff to get through? Do we actually? That was wild. Kiri greater than Cortana. Yeah, I'm the new Cortana. Chief needs a Cortana for Halo 5. You can't have Halo without Cortana and Chief together. So, you know, just, I guess, hook me in. I'm the new USB. Primordial Boomers is wild. That's actually hilarious. If you listen to back, good luck with washing plates. From the game you saw during the playing. Oh, I see. It's just like watching like speeches and stuff, the cutscenes. I get it. Okay. You can customize your Spartan. Oh yeah, we gotta customize our Spartan. I want cute little cat ears. Someone send me a screenshot of the cat ears. I want that. If the humans are not forerunners, then the Covenant believing that they are the chosen people while killing the actual chosen people who are gods. Yeah, like that part's really interesting. But I just think like the concept... Halo 4 introduces the concept of like Didact trying to destroy humans and like their... for me, like what that means as far as the mantle. And it's even more interesting now that we see the Librarian and the Didact's perspectives on the mantle. I don't think the Didact thinks, at least from what I've seen of the mantle, in his opinion of the mantle, if a couple of species are wiped out, but overall, like, life in the galaxy is kept as, like, it exists in some way, and the Forerunners are there to continue that life, I don't think the Didact cares if they lose a couple, like, that doesn't matter to him. Like, some species could be gone, but who cares, as long as that, like, he literally says, like, I've sanitized entire, like, planets. He doesn't care, I think, for him. As long as, like, the Forerunners are around, he thinks that the mantle is being held as needed and they can continue to reseed. You know? Oh, there's a bonus cutscene. We'll have to watch that. Halo Infinite is which one? That's the 6th one, right? Is it the 5th one or the 6th one? The 5th one will not be played on stream. I'm sorry to tell you. We can watch the cutscenes on stream, maybe, but we will not be playing the 5th one on stream because it's Xbox only. So, Have you unlocked any armor pieces for Halo Reach? I have points, but I haven't unlocked anything. So I still have that. You know? We'll go for the cat ears. We have 69. We have 69 points, and I'm hoping that's enough for some cat ears. Oh, Infinite is 6. Oh, and it's expensive campaign. Oh. No! Okay, when it goes on sale. When it goes on sale. Next Steam sale. I'm gonna pay a bunch just to play a story. The problem with 343 is that each new game is the start of a new trilogy, and every game they drop everything from the last game. Oh no! Curses. Cursed! Didact frantically writing on a whiteboard explaining why erasing an entire species is okay. Nah, but it's okay because he said something cute to the librarian, so we give him a pass, you know? His biggest regret was that he had to kill the librarian. That actually is wild. From a romance angle, dude, that would sell some serious dollars as like a movie. A Didact librarian only perspective, but like the romance around it, and like how at the very end, you know, like you have to destroy what you love. That would be cinema, you know. I'd watch it. Infinite is the most recent. Yeah, we're gonna watch the Halo 5 cutscenes. Probably play Halo 6, but wait for it to go on sale. The Bungie Halo 3 terminals cause a lot of contradictions with 343 lore. Oh, yeah, Adrian, we noticed. There is a lot, and I mean a lot of discrepancies between the like, lore we saw in Halo 4 and the Halo 3. But it's kind of fun to try to rationalize it together and, like, try to connect all the pieces still. Totally fine campaign. It's almost good. It's perhaps even acceptable. Can you use Game Pass on the computer? I honestly have no idea. Can I use Game Pass on PC? Because if I can use Game Pass on PC, sure, I'll do it. Infinite is good, but it sets a story which in all likelihood will never be completed. Wait, that's so sad. Don't do this to me, 343! You saw how Didact's face looked like, right? No, they got... We don't judge. We don't judge, you know? I can do it on PC. Okay, perfect. If we can play it on PC... I'll just get Game Pass. That might have Game Pass. I'll have to ask him. I actually have no idea if he has Game Pass right now or not. He doesn't play on the Xbox enough, I feel like, to have it, but who knows. You need to play. It's really good. I've heard it's kind of wild. Okay, we'll play it. The next couple days are Minecraft, so it won't be happening, but yeah, we'll play it. Oh yeah, and Halo Wars. Halo Wars I'm really excited about. It's an RTS. I already told y'all, I'm very committed to Halo Wars. I just have a thing about not getting games on sale. Or getting games when they're on sale. Because I have such a backlog, you know? And so it's like, if I'm getting another game, it has to be a good enough deal that I don't feel guilty. That it's like, ugh, Veer, you have so many games in the backlog and you're getting more games. You're out of control, you know? So... I always justify it. I'm like, well, it's on sale. It's a sale, you know? I'm getting a good deal. And so then I get the game. Just give him a mask. He's trying his best, yo. Probably on Game Pass. Oh yeah, I forgot to look. Is Halo Wars 2 also not on Steam? What is this? Halo Wars. Oh yeah, Halo Wars the Definitive Edition. I have this. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale. Captain. Sorry, I'm watching the trailer. Oh, this is gonna be so good. This is like StarCraft. I played some StarCraft. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited for Halo Wars. 1 is on Steam, 2 isn't. Why do they keep doing this to me? Like opening tabs to read manga, and then you see one that looks interesting, and then you open another tab, and then yeah, your computer's just all manga tabs, and it's so slow. Oh only buy on sale is amazing. If y'all could see, maybe, okay, one day I'm gonna show for my screen my Steam library, so y'all can understand what a problem I have with, like, the amount of games in my library, because it's a little out of control. I have, like, I don't want to look at the number. Let's see. Is there a way to, like... Okay, so here's the thing. I have a few folders. I have a folder called Games I Don't Care About. I have games in a folder called Games I Don't Care About, but I own them. What was I thinking? I have another folder called Games to Play that I feel like I created 3 or 4 years ago and put stuff in there and then haven't updated. And then I have an uncategorized set, which there's stuff in the uncategorized that probably belongs in Games to Play, but I just haven't sorted them. And then I have stuff here that I don't care about that probably belongs in games I don't care about. It's a mess. Absolutely a mess. The cutscenes for Halo Wars are really good. I have heard about the cutscenes. Yeah. I've heard they're pretty good. You have 15k tabs? Okay. I need to have a stream just dedicated to getting Hitmon to delete all those tabs. That's horrifying. Clean them up! Clean your tabs up. Surely there's a way to purge some of those. I'm twitching thinking about this. 1,153 manga? Oh my gosh. Make a spreadsheet at that point. Is there a way... Now I'm thinking if there's a way to, like, convert your tabs into an Excel document so that at least you can have some sanity. You can sort your Steam library by unplayed. I don't want to see that. I don't want to know about that. 15. Nah, let's open more. Let's see how many tabs. Let's have a stream where we just see how many tabs we can open before my stream crashes. Yo, that's a fire stream idea. I'm gonna see it stolen in like a week, but that's a fire stream idea. I'd watch that. You read them when they update? How do you even keep track of what's updating in the tabs? What? Now I believe. Twitch chat wouldn't lie to me, right? Y'all would never lie to me? Y'all are only speak the truth on Twitch chat? This is what I want to believe. Interesting. Oh my gosh. April Fool's stream? Yeah, I'll schedule it for April of next year. We'll just open tabs until it crashes. I don't even know how long that would take, but OBS does... Y'all have seen it before. My OBS has crashed before if I'm too intensive, so... It could work. It could work. You read on this site that you can filter. Make it... Oh my gosh. Just put it in an Excel document. About to do a coding stream just showing how to take care of your tabs. Make something, just install it as like a browser or something. What are those called? Like a browser tool to purge your tabs. Clear at one time. 30 gigabytes. Oh my gosh. Enough to download Withering Waves is wild. Prophet tell Twitch chat we think they're a bunch of nerds. Now I'm about to start a YouTube Twitch. Okay, I actually thought doing like a day where I have like challenges between Twitch chat and YouTube chat would be so fun. As long as we could keep it rational, as long as we keep it mature, I think it would be pretty fun. Like, I don't know, I could figure out a way to like take the average results for like GeoGuessr, right? Or I've seen this before, like some streamers, they like rig up the logic so that it's like, I don't know, like chess or something. If I could figure out how to do that and just take the two chats and have y'all compete with each other, that would be pretty fun. Twitch chat is smaller than YouTube chat. You know what's funny? Twitch chat used to be bigger than YouTube chat. It is actually interesting seeing the evolution of my two chats. You can't participate? That's there you go. Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe that'll be like a Christmas or like an end of year special is Twitch chat versus YouTube chat, because that gives me time to figure out YouTube and Twitch APIs. Twitch chat is no, please. I've had some people move over to YouTube chat because of like ads and stuff. Because on YouTube you don't get the ads. On Twitch I can't do anything about it. So you have 9K points. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look, here's the perk of Twitch chat. I've been streaming on Twitch. Look, I'm not trying to sell one chat over another. Pick whatever chat you want. I'm okay with either. But I've been streaming on Twitch since like 2016, and because of that, I've like learned things for streaming via Twitch. So there's like channel points and stuff you can use on Twitch. There's like little things like to get the Discord information. It's like a little, you know, command on Twitch. So you get like commands and stuff. And if you ever do whenever I do a karaoke stream, it's Twitch only, because I don't know how to have a karaoke stream on YouTube without getting like a ban. So that's the unfortunate parts of YouTube. Like, as I figure out more about YouTube, I can transition these benefits over to YouTube as well. But I'm in my learning phase, you know? I'm in my learning phase. Once you hit 1K subs, YouTube gets much friendlier as a streamer. Really? I've never... I mean, I don't know how... It'll probably take me another year to get to 1,000 subs, so... But once I get there, yeah, I'm hoping they, like, give, They give, like, some benefits. Anakin, did you just come over from YouTube chat after giving an insult to Twitch chat? Okay. Well, apparently, YouTube chat, I hate to say this, but y'all have a traitor in your ranks who says you smell like eggs. I won't snitch who it is, but, you know, we're starting drama, apparently. You did the math. It takes 30 to 80 hours to earn a don't chicken out. Oh, no. Oh, there's dice roll commands on Twitch? I actually didn't know that. But yeah, for discoverability, it definitely seems like YouTube has been, like, better for that, for sure, than Twitch, because I've grown so much faster in YouTube, but I'm just happy to hang out and yap. I don't really think, I know this sounds like, I know it sounds kind of silly, cliche, but I just stream to yap. Just to hang out, play games, have fun, you know? So, that's why. Oh no! Who? You see? The traitor! They return! I won't snitch. I ain't a snitch. Do don't chicken outs actually work? Okay, yes. So, actually, don't chicken outs were used last year, if you remember, to get me through Outlast, actually. So, for YouTube chat, last year, for a whole month, I did scary. I do this every October. I play scary games only. I'm not good at scary games. For reference, the first time I played Outlast, it took me 2 hours to walk in the front door. Oh, more traitors, more traitors. But yeah, it took me about 2 hours to get through the front door of Outlast, and that is not an exaggeration. It actually took me 2 hours to get through the front door. And so I implemented a very expensive channel point redeem on Twitch called Don't Chicken Out. That if you redeem, I am forced to play the game I am playing for at least another hour. I cannot chicken out and give up. Excuse me, sorry. So, it does work. You don't need don't chicken outs all year. It is true. It only really matters during the scary month. I don't know what the YouTube equivalent cash-in will be. Perhaps, unfortunately, you just won't get one. I have a month to figure out what YouTube's don't chicken out is. But yes, we will be playing a month of scary games. Don't chicken out is used so that I actually play the game, because when we were streaming Outlast, there was some days, if Don't Chicken Out wasn't used, I would actually stop streaming the game after 15 minutes and we'd start playing, like, Minecraft or something. Because I would be too scared. So, I'm very interested to see, because last year for Don't Chicken Out, I think I had the, like, economy correct, so it was very costly to use, so it couldn't be spammed. Now, a year later, everyone has been saving their points for this, so I need to figure out how to crash the economy, or how to make Don't Chicken Outs once again so expensive that, like, it can't be spammed, or else for the next 30 days, or all of October, essentially, 31 days, I will not be able to chicken out even once, so... Would mascot horror work with you? All horror works with me. Dead Space is on the list. These last week is indeed good for 1 hour of Soma. It is, yeah. I'll give it to you, Rectangle. You get 1 hour of Soma. I won't chicken out for at least 1 hour of Soma. Yeah, you can't... Well, other than Rectangle. Rectangle and a few others can spam it. Most people can't. I gotta come up with some good redeems. Yeah, I haven't really messed with the redeems since last October. Oh, I could use it for Legendary on Halo. That's true. Oh gosh. Yeah, we gotta get Soma. Again. Oh, I should actually start... I'll start asking for recommendations. Well, I've already asked a little bit. But again, in a couple weeks... The poll will go out on the Discord, and those are the games y'all pick. If Soma does not win a vote when I put out, you know, the survey, that's not my fault. You don't get, you know, you don't get the survey, or you don't get to play Soma. So if you want to see Soma played, my recommendation is to vote. That's all I have to say to that. Because last year I think I picked some games that won the vote that people were, like, not very happy with, so, you know. Don't want people pressure me. October is the only month y'all get to pressure me, because I don't want to play any horror games, to be clear. They all terrify me. And I have no preference to the horror games we play. So it's on y'all to pick that month. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub. Oh my gosh, Hitmon, you're so lucky. You got the sub. You get the cute emotes now. I use those to spam in other channels. I love going to the other people's channels and using the little spinny Nutella. That's my favorite one. Nutella rolling. Five Nights at Freddy's. I think I have that because... Oh no, I have it on my wish list. I remember I had Five Nights at Freddy's on the voting list from last year, and I thought it was gonna win, and no one voted for it. I was actually very surprised. We love democracy. Maybe we should play what is the game that came out, like, last year? The shooter game where you land on the planet and you, like, fight your way through. That got really popular. It was, like, the second iteration of the game. I forgot. I never played it when everyone else was playing it. It was kind of sad. Is it, like, cheap jump scares? I think it's just, like, the lore. The lore is what people like about Five Nights at Freddy's. How did your collab go? It went really well! It was so fun playing with Rosie. Yeah, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. It only lasted to day 4. Uh-oh. All of the FNAF lore. That's why there's so much Five Nights at Freddy's lore. Like, we'd be going down another rabbit hole with that one. Helldivers! Yes, Helldivers 2! Thank you. I really wanted to play Helldivers, and then I just missed out when everyone was playing it. And then at that point, you know when, like, you see an opportunity and then you miss it and you're like, well, now I can't. Or like, I missed my chance. Oh wait, I wanted to play... Persona. Persona is on sale right now. And I was actually debating with this on the Discord. I want to try playing Persona. But the last time I played a JRPG did not go well. In that we were all into it for a day. I was still in for it for like 2 or 3 weeks. And no one wanted to really watch anymore. And so it was kind of awkward. And I just like played more off stream. So that's why I was kind of like, should I play Persona by myself off stream? Or do y'all want to see Persona? Because I'm going to get it either way. But I don't know whether to stream it or just like play it by myself, you know? Terminals. Oh yeah, we got really distracted, didn't we? How long am I gonna stream? Probably for like another hour. It depends. I started yapping. I got a little distracted from terminals. The thing I'm worried about. Okay, how many Halo 4 terminals there? Oh, we can probably get through this many terminals in an hour. We've been having a lot of fun. Oh yeah, if I ever see her on, I'll raid her. Persona's soundtrack is really funky. Yeah, that's why it's like not a really good stream game. That's why I hesitate for Persona. We move on to Halo 4 terminals. There's a Halo 2 bonus cinematic you should watch if you haven't already. Let me see. The anniversary cinematic? Is it an anniversary cinematic or... Oh, Another Day at the Beach? Is it this one? I feel like someone mentioned this. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Well, I am back. Y'all let me know what the name of the bonus terminal is. 1 second. Okay, I have water. Another Day at the Beach? Okay. Look for the traitor. Okay. Let me just... 1 second. Let me find the... There we go. I just want to make sure I wasn't, you know, blocking anything. Okay. Can everyone hear? It looks like y'all should be able to hear. Move my water over. What? Ah! Everything just got messed up. This is a Halo spa day. Okay, here we go. Another day at the beach. And yeah, y'all can hear. Here we go.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
Get tactical.
You heard the man, boys. It's time for some hazard pay.
Who gets?
30 seconds out. Stand by.
Whoa. It's like a boot. Covenant's attacking. Uh-oh.
Status!
Sir, O'Brien's down. We lost our pilots too.
Not O'Brien.
Grab their tags and ammo.
Sarge, we better get moving.
Agreed. We'll find better cover in those buildings. Butkus, you take point.
Uh-oh.
sniper. 3rd floor left. Here, let me give him my welcome to Earth gift basket.
Oh, he's so cool! Get the jack. Oh, yes. All jackals deserve to die. Oh. Yo, this music.
Damn, where is he?
That's evil.
Anybody see him?
Oh no! Oh, that's up.
Take him, guys! Cook the bastard.
Oh, he let the human go.
This is Cortana. What is your status? Over.
We're operational, ma'am. Barely. Our pilots didn't make it.
Find a hole. Stay put. We'll come to you.
Wait, that's the, you know what I mean, right? You know what y'all picking up what I'm putting down, right? That's the line. She says it when we land. That's the thing! Yeah, that's the thing! Exactly! That's cool. She said the thing. She said the line, yo! Okay, wait, actually, okay. You know... Oh, it's an alternative view of... Okay, that makes sense. Here's... Sorry, I'm trying to put this into words. They spend a lot of time, like, I feel like in the cinematics in Halo 2, showing how the elites have a lot of honor, right? Like, they respect and honor the enemies that they fight against. Especially when it came to the Arbiter and his way of fighting. So why do elites use invisibility? Isn't that kind of, like, not the most honorable way to fight? Am I diminishing the, like, tactical value of... Like, maybe giving them too many maybe I'm expecting them to, like, you know, get rid of too many tactical advantages in the name of, like, you know, being honorable here, but isn't, like, using invisibility the complete lack of honor, just sneaking up behind him? Am I giving him too much credit? This is when the Master Chief first landed on Earth. Yeah, because he said the line! It's a matter of situation. The honor codes are often contradictory when it involves not... I guess that's valid. They still want to, they want to evaluate humanity, but also they're kind of chill about it. They were tactically skilled, but they weren't about to charge in. Okay, they got the same shields as Master Chief, though, right? It seems like they have the Spartan shields. Also, does every human military individual get Chief's shielding technology, or is it expensive and only he gets it? I'm kind of curious about that. You can make a retreat sound. I guess that's true. Retreats can be honorable in a way. Oh, they, like, have honor, but also, like, they want to win. Honor for the elites is very specific. Victory at all costs, huh? To Predators for Alien versus Predator. We were actually talking about Alien versus Predator, actually. No, they don't have... They don't get shields. They just gotta run in. Imagine, like, going into battle, seeing Chief tank all these bullets. It's your first battle. You're like, oh, I want to be just like him. And then you just run in and die because they didn't spend the same money on you. Only Spartans get shields. No fair. And in Halo 1, Guilty Spark still makes fun of our armor. It's kind of funny. By Halo 4, they're becoming slightly more available. just a wee bit. Shields were Covenant technology. It only became prevalent for humans after the war. And then also Chief got it. Wait, okay, I'm Googling how expensive in the games is Master Chief's armor. I don't want to get, like, cosplay cost. Okay, see, this is what I was worried about. This is showing me in-game what the cost of Master Chief's suit is. Oh, a single suit could cost hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars to produce. But it can be used for the low price of $20 to $26 for in-game cosmetics. Huh? Bungie, you can hire me to sell your stuff. What's that? Mjolnir armor shielding was actually stolen from the Covenant, but the Covenant stole it from the Forerunners. So it's, and the Forerunners in these games are human, so it's like full circle, right? It's really ours. As much as warships. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess I understand why maybe only Chief gets it. Is using everything at your disposal. I mean, gosh, sure hope Chief was worth the investment. And then you think about in Halo 4, that one guy that wasn't even listening to Chief. Chief was walking around with more than his entire life's paycheck on him. I didn't listen to him, you know? They clearly, the military values and trusts him if they give him that expensive of gear. It costs about the same as this. Dude, it's so expensive. That's why many soldiers, especially ODST, have a bit of a grudge towards them. Oh yeah, we're gonna play ODST. I'm excited to see the lore there. A crystalline computer lattice layer to help run Cortana. Oh yeah, you said because like our brain helps Cortana survive. I want to meet the other Spartans. Do we play a game where we get to like meet the other Spartans? Del Rio's ship was worth arguably less than Chief himself. Yeah! And yet Del Rio still just kept shitting on us. What the heck? I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, let's watch. I think, okay, here's what we're going to do. In the name of time, we're going to watch these terminals in chunks of 3. Is that okay? So we'll discuss in chunks. Whereas usually we yap for 20 to 30 minutes about a terminal. I'm going to watch 3 terminals, and then we'll yap about it. Just in the interest of time. So I'm not up till 3 a.m., you know? Oh, what is that? Oh, Sanghili, that's the OG elites. Recognized treasures shall be ours. Oh, that's how long it took them to get through space? What is this? Interesting art. Is this pre or post Halo? If they're calling themselves Sanghili, then it must be... Yeah, Sanghelis are the elites. I remember that. But is this... after the Forerunners used the Halo? Like, as it was... Okay, this is during Halo 4 as it was happening. Okay. Sorry, I said I wouldn't yap between turns. I'm breaking my own rule. Okay. So the Sanghelis... Which kind of makes sense, because it feels like they retconned the whole, basically everything with the Covenant, and the elites go into their own world. So, I guess it makes sense that these are just random elites that weren't part of the Covenant, perhaps? Oh, that's a gun. That's a problem. For everyone involved.
Our enemies move deeper into our territory with abandon. They must be eradicated.
Oh!
Shall we take revenge? Abandon the mantle and all that its philosophy has given us these 1,000 generations?
All our plans have been torn asunder.
More reason not to abandon our beliefs.
Interesting.
The mantle is our guidepost in times such as these. We must not falter in following its teachings. The enemy must be sent home, and taught to stand with the galaxy, rather than rail against us and take what they desire.
Are they talking
The
about
Manta
humans?
shelters all.
Or Flood?
Didact, you make a fair, if uncomfortable, point. You have my support. Librarian, will you likewise follow the mantle as the Didact suggests?
Yes, Master Builder.
Oh, we've seen some of these terminals, haven't we?
You're not angry at me.
We had this discussion a century ago.
Ah, so you are angry at me.
In the chambers, yes. But not now.
They're so cute.
You'll depart for Requiem soon?
At dawn, my Prometheans are already there.
Already there. You knew the Master Builder would side with you.
What was the Requiem again?
Should we step back inside the council chamber?
No. I would rather we spend our night out here.
Aww.
There will be fighting enough in the days ahead.
Oh, the Halo 4 planet. Right, where the Didacts got locked away, right? Okay. So he's locked up on Requiem. We have... I think we definitely saw that one. I remember that terminal. Because I was like, oh, we're shipping the Librarian and Didact. And it seems...
My love, put fear from your heart.
War is your realm, Didact, not mine. And you marched to this war, facing foes that, while always aggressive, were never so aggressive as they are now.
Okay, we're talking about the
Your
humans
fears
here.
are unfounded. The enemy will be turned, and I shall stand by your side once more.
Okay, I have questions.
Promise me that.
I promise you.
The Didact is
Nothing will stand between us.
going to fight humans. Those are humans.
Lord of Admirals, we are in position over the Forerunner planet.
Show me.
Population numbering over 2 billion. Forerunner ships on alert and inbound.
They got shark teeth.
Is it possible? Have we gotten ahead of it?
Flood
Oh.
infestation detected, my lord.
Damn it.
My lord, the infestation is in a remote locale. Perhaps if we warn the Forerunners?
If we warn them, we give the flood time to spread. You know we have no choice.
Maybe give them a little, hey, yo, this is why we're doing this?
Cleanse the planet.
So the Forerunners in this timeline don't know that they're infected. How do they not know they're infected when it looks that infected? Okay, we saw those two terminals already. So, it seemed... Did you hear that part at the beginning? Did I misunderstand where the Librarian was advocating for destroying humans? Right? What Joshua Graham was doing after Honest Wars. Ornamental versus Indomitable Human. Yeah. So, it definitely seemed like the Librarian was advocating in her first sentence for the complete destruction of humanity, but then later was saying, no, we shouldn't do that. Yeah, I feel like this was pretty avoidable if the humans had just been like, yeah, by the way, you're completely infected by this, like, hive mind, always hungry, flood-like species. That actually we called them the Flood, you know, just for that reason. They kind of flood everything, and they were kind of flooding your planet. So we just, you know, you as the mantle have to understand, right, that, like, your planet had to be destroyed, you know? Or else it would flood Flood. Flood, you know, haha, wink, wink, flood, flood. The whole galaxy. Just, you know, we're just sending you this message. It's kind of a funny story. You know, we kind of hop from planet to planet trying to find one planet that doesn't have the flood. You know, we're just trying to survive, and we're kind of saying, giving the middle finger to every other species in the galaxy as we, you know, seek safety for our own civilization. But you can get that, right, Didact? You were kind of a fan of destroying everything for the flood to be gone, right? Now that you know about the flood, you know, you kind of get it, right? If they had sent that message maybe a little less rambly, it probably would have been fine. This is thousands of years before the war with the flood. There's a Halo, the Fall of Reach animated film that shows Master Chief growing up with Spartan. Ugh, we have to watch the Fall of Reach. It has everything apparently that I want. Yeah, they're just, humans were feeling a little silly that day, I guess. They didn't, yeah, the foreigners didn't know about the flood, and it's the line when the mantle to contain humanity to other species can spread. So Librarian could use a logic like that. Yeah, so it's like, if the humans had just sent the message, if that guy had just let them send a message, maybe, you know, it wouldn't have had all this Didact hatred. We need the books. It depends is the answer. Let's see what this one has. Give us the lore! Yo, he looks old.
Lord of Admirals.
Oh.
So very many years have we battled. My finest opponent. The mantle accepts all who live fiercely.
Oh, that looks cool.
Who defend their young, build and struggle, and grow. And even those who dominate, as humans have dominated, cruelly, without wisdom.
I mean, yeah, not sending a heads up to the Forerunners kind of was without wisdom.
But for all of us, there is a time like this. And for you, that time is now. Know this, relentless enemy, killer of our children, Lord of Admirals.
Oh, what?
Soon we will face the enemy you have faced.
Oh, he gets it.
And we are afraid.
My life workers are investigating, but I believe the humans were never attacking us.
Tell that to the millions of dead.
I mean, yeah, mood. Why? They could have just sent the message afterwards.
The humans were acting as caretakers, pruning away planets so that this infection would not spread.
They had the mantle.
They took the mantle of responsibility upon themselves. And in so doing, they brought this sickness to our shores.
Husband.
Uh-oh. I like that line. They took the mantle of responsibility on themselves. Oh, just a blank screen. Instead of the Forerunners, who have always had the mantle, they were given the mantle, allegedly, from what we've seen in terminals. The humans took the mantle of responsibility. Humans just always take. Take. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Anakin. Hope you have a good nap. The librarian did hate humanity, but then she came to care for them. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that makes sense. The humans are a little mean, you know? They were hunting the little Swiffer Tuster aliens. Yeah, the flood just wanted to help clean up a little bit, you know? It's like foreigners bringing native virus to another land. I guess, yeah, that's kind of what happened. All could have been avoided if they just, if they just talked a little. It's kind of wild. They had a little discussion, but instead they fought for like ever. I don't know why that Lord of Admirals didn't just say like, yeah, hey, this is what's going on. Could y'all help us? What is HG humanity's homeworld? I think it's still Earth, right? I could be wrong. But I guess Earth would have been infected then.
The humans' actions threaten the galaxy, yet we have treated them as the mantle required. Their punishment is just.
Oh, it's us!
Is reducing their genetics in such short generations from a spacefaring race to this?
They are closer now to the animals they behaved as.
If not for their encounter with the Flood, their gene plan could have surpassed our own. They could have someday held the mantle of responsibility.
The humans were not meant to protect others. The mantle of responsibility for all things is ours.
They like took away.
Alone.
They're like starting back from like caveman
Yes,
era.
The mantle is ours, and we hold it so tight.
I guess it's hunter-gatherers.
We shall hold it still.
Interesting. I thought he turned us into robots, but they just put us back to like hunter-gathering. Oh, so that was the Flood attacking Forerunners? It seemed. The Flood just wanted to know if they had games on their phone. That's wild. Yeah, the Flood's just here to vibe. You know, they're here for a good time. And also a long time. Earth might be swallowed by the red giant at this point. Yeah, who knows what's happening to Earth right now. All we know is that's the last place that the Librarian hangs out, but that might not exist in, I guess, in Halo 4. Another reflection of Didact soldier brain versus Librarian philosophical brain. That's true. I mean, he definitely was very efficient, and he kept to the mantle with how he handled humans. At this point so far, the Librarian wanted to get rid of humanity. That was her first thought. The Didact just kicked us back and, you know, said, okay, gotta restart. Y'all made a mistake, but we're still seeding y'all to do something. The Flood are cookie sellers. The Flood are Girl Scouts. They're just selling some cookies. Yeah, the Forerunners picked this fight. I still like the concept of, like, humanity took on the mantle. They did what had to be done, whereas Forerunners, like they said, we're holding so tightly onto the mantle and what it believes we mean, like, it'll, even in our death, we'll still have it. It was an interesting concept. Humanity took on the mantle. I like that line so much.
The Flood cover more of our galaxy with each passing day. They feast on the essence of life itself. The only way to stop their advance is to remove that life.
Oh, here's the halos.
On which they feast.
They said the line.
My life workers have made plans for the reseeding of humanity, and of all life after the halos are fired.
So you agree the halos are our only solution?
I do.
And your husband?
Oh.
My husband has a different opinion of what steps to take against the Flood.
Wait, is it military? Oh?
Did it work? Run the simulation.
Oh.
The procedure is a failure. I am still susceptible to Flood infection.
Oh, he's trying to...
That leaves only the composer.
It will not work on my new form.
Then you will lead us, as always.
You would submit to such sacrifice.
Didact, if the composer is our final hope to defeat the Flood, no Promethean would resist.
Right, Prometheans are Forerunner warriors. And he turns them all...
I have led you, my Promethean.
Yeah.
for thousands of years. And I shall continue to lead you.
It's all coming together.
Rise and protect the Forerunners!
It's all coming together.
Rise and protect the galaxy!
That's cool. So he basically sacrificed. So the Forerunners already had a lot of their planet and species nuked by the humans, and Didact is sacrificing even more Forerunners to try to destroy the Flood. Typical general doesn't want to make the sacrifice himself. Well, at this point, he'd already upgraded himself. It makes you wonder if they'd kept going along his research path, could they have made Forerunners, living Forerunners that would be... I mean, no. The Flood is always going to assimilate with anything that lives. So, I guess there would have never probably been a way to stop the Flood. Although I still wonder if you could make, like, in the same way as some plants that are poisonous when you eat it, could they have made it, like, poisonous so the Flood wouldn't go near that species? Oh, this is cool. So they're on the Flood ship.
The Flood is still too strong. Perhaps if I had greater numbers.
Oh, he's going for the humans. He thinks about his mortal enemy.
Humans.
Kick them while they're down.
Brought the Flood to our shores. Now you will aid in ending its threat.
Wow. So he more did this to, like, to fight against the Flood, not so much that he thought
to be safe here. I ensured they would rise once more, better than before.
Oh.
Your pets have a nobler purpose ahead of them.
You do not face me in person after your deceit.
Ha!
I have an army to build from the raw materials harvested this day. The citizens of this Halo are my first conscripts, and with them in my thrall, the Flood will meet its defeat.
Wait, the citizens on this Halo?
Humanity's loss of biological form will serve as final payment for their crimes. It is a kindness they do not deserve.
Interesting.
What will be done?
Move the other humans to safety. Ensure the security of their index samples. They must finish what we have failed to do.
Librarian, where are you going?
To stop my husband's madness.
Too spicy? Yeah, if we just, like, make our, you know, form a little too spicy, the Flood won't want us. Yeah, okay, so the Librarian put them on the Halo. And then, it's interesting because the Didact, he reduced them, you know, to our primitive form. But he clearly, at first, intended to allow humans to reseed. And the only reason he's using them is because, you know, the world is ending and he thinks he doesn't have any other choice, you know? Yeah, it was a Halo that they were on. Yeah, we caught that. Halo makes for a good prison. I guess, yeah, where they could monitor. Flood can only assimilate living creatures with nervous systems. Oh. He needed to reduce humans down even more to single-celled organisms, and then we would have been fine. Do jellyfish have nervous systems? I actually have no idea. Jellyfish have nerves. I'm thinking of, like, things without spinal structure. I don't know. Do jellyfish have nervous systems? You need a fairly advanced nervous system for Flood to take you over. So, like, did they take over ants? Where does the Flood draw the line? I'm actually curious now. He used his hatred of humans to justify using humans as material for making Promethean troops. Exactly. He hated them, but let's not... He did, at first, despite all his hatred, seed humanity. But then the flood came and he was like, yo, no, this was totally y'all's fault. Forget about this. Halos emit some kind of pulse that fries anything with a nervous system. Okay, I gotta ask. Do cockroaches have nervous systems? Would cockroaches survive the Halo? They'll survive a nuclear apocalypse, but will they survive the Halo? You know? They can use the non-nervous system stuff just for biomass. Oh. Please watch your edit fall of Reach. Yeah, we'll watch it. We're gonna play Reach later. We're getting through 1 through 4 first. Insects don't have traditional nervous systems, so the cockroaches would live. Interesting. The flood can't infect hunter worms. Oh! Wait, so hunters don't have... That's actually hilarious. So the hunter worms don't have any issue with the flood? They just make a game about the hunters. Imagine roaches with hail. Yeah, I want to see, like... Just... I think the librarian was wrong to trust humanity. She should have put all her faith in the evolution of cockroaches. And then it would have been fine, you know? Oh, the librarian allowed... Because I thought when they were talking on the planet, she was like, oh, this is what you're doing to them? Like, she was upset about it. Turn them into flood forms? Oh, I see. They just can't turn them into, like, flood. Interesting. Yeah, giant roaches and armor. I'd watch it. You do kind of need a nervous system if you're gonna hit a certain level of advancement. Maybe the point was to not advance. She should have put her faith in things that wouldn't advance, you know? This is where it ends, but also this is where the flood dies. The only life form left is cockroaches, and so the flood just starved. This one's called...
My dear husband.
Cryptum.
I know your crimes, and I have found forgiveness.
They haven't used the Halo yet here.
I understand them. I know you. Perhaps better than you could ever hope to know yourself. I ask you, forgive my transgressions.
Oh.
Like yourself, all I have done.
Oh.
I have done for the greater good.
He probably could have fought that, but he was feeling a little betrayed.
Our time as the galaxy's caretakers is past. The flood have overrun us. In the days to come, the Halo rings will fire, eradicating the flood and all other life for a time. I have worked hard to index all species in known space. When the time comes,
so she doesn't die on Earth here.
Indexes will open, and once more the galaxy will breathe and grow.
And the Didact doesn't pull the trigger to kill her.
Life will claw its way out of the oceans and through the mud. Babes will be born and grow old under the warmth of 1,000 suns.
Ooh, she floats. Aww.
Civilizations will rise in our stead, and our job as caretakers will at last bear fruit. Until then, I leave you here, my love.
Wow, that is dark.
Only living thing in this galaxy, sealed safely away. Spend these ages ahead of you in meditation on your choices. When you wake, you will find the humans. I have ensured that they will grow strong and vibrant. They will be our rightful heirs. Their gene plan dictates that the galaxy will be theirs to care for by then. I beg of you, find the strength to help them learn from our mistakes. And my husband, let them teach you as well. Please.
Halo 4, she's much more obsessed with humanity, for sure. Gee, really, that, if you think about it, that is evil. That is anyone's villain arc. Or, like, villain origin story. Your wife leaves you as the last living creature, hoping that her plan to seed life into the galaxy would eventually lead you to, like, not be alone. But there's also a chance that the seeding never happened, and you're just doomed to eternal damnation in this, like, you know, sphere she left you in. Just alone with your thoughts forever. Morgan Freeman was, he did not meditate on his choices. That's true, yeah, he did not, he didn't really think that one through. The rings kill all multicellular life, which in theory should include insects. Cockroaches find a way. Yeah, they're kind of like seedlings. They're like a giant germplasm, huh? They changed a lot of stuff in the terminals. I wouldn't think that he was awake because she said, think about this. I think she left him to be awake this whole time just thinking. It's like, I don't know. That wasn't very romantic. I like the Halo 3 romance ending a lot better than Halo 4. Halo 4 has a lot of very interesting concepts. I truly believe the humanity took the mantle and the Forerunners having the mantle. That is such a cool lore concept. There's so much that can be built from that. But I liked my doomed lovers Didact Librarian ending in Halo 3 a lot better than what happens to them here in Halo 4. Find a way to mash the worlds together. It's complicated because in the book, we'll just say we know who lights the rings. Okay. He balded for 1,000,000 years. He really did. He's just grumpy. The Didact has a semi-valid reason to hate humans. They killed all him, the librarian's children. Oh, they have children? Oh, they even had children. I mean, yeah, but that makes sense. Yeah, they kind of killed everything, huh? Which is wild, you know? Just wild. Taken more than 100k years to repopulate the galaxy if plants had to start from scratch. Yeah, it would have taken a really long time. I don't know whether they allowed some species to seed, like, start earlier, you know? Like, maybe plants that kind of just said, yeah, these are chill, they could start, you know? You should watch the Halo 4 ending on Legendary on YouTube before you end stream. I don't have things set up to watch YouTube videos right now. Sorry. I'd have to, like... Yeah, I don't have it set up properly. Or I'd say yes. We can watch it. Maybe I'll try to get it set up tomorrow before Minecraft. We can watch that. Yeah. We can watch it tomorrow during Minecraft. I'll watch that before, like, for the start of stream. Also, he didn't meditate in his choices because some intervention. Oh, I need to read the book. Something happened to Didact. A little grumpy man. They forgot the dinosaurs. They just skip past that. You know? Yeah, oh, thank you so much, Han. I'm really glad. Thank you. Yeah. Later, Hitmon. I will also be heading out, actually. It's late for me. So, I will be heading out. Tomorrow! Sounds like we need to watch one more Halo terminal to see what I missed for the Halo 4 ending on Legendary. But then other than that, we will be doing Minecraft tomorrow. We'll be building... The plan is to build sculptures. I want to build a little duck sculpture. I think it'll be fun. The dinosaurs would have happened well before the Forerunners. That is true. Because it's only 100,000 years since they fired the Halo. So... Dinosaurs could have beat the Flood. They would have figured it out. The T-Rex would have done it, you know? They would have figured it out. But yes, we will be mining and crafting tomorrow. So, just a nice, chill, cozy stream. Hopefully y'all can stop by. But for now, I am heading out. I hope everyone has an absolutely fantastic evening. Thank you so much for, watching all of this. I've said this before, the Halo lore is so fun. I have, like, so much to think about all the time with it. There's always interesting points, and, like, oddly enough, the differences, the complete, like, differences in stories between 1, 2, and 3, and 4 almost makes it more fun to talk about, Because, like, all of these little differences, you're like, hey, wait a second, but actually, like, it makes it so fun. But yeah, I am heading out. I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow for more fun. Good night, everyone. Bye.